On Facebook.
Maybe on Facebook too.
Never mind.
I think we were just getting a glitch going on there because I didn't think that it was a thing that had to be done.
Oh yeah.
Was that you?
Yeah.
Where'd that come from?
We're not live.
Well, son of a bitch. Not on anything?
Not on Facebook.
Let's check the YouTubes.
My favorite movie of all time, YouTube. That's what you guys say.
That's a. It says that we're live right now.
We're live on Yep.
YouTube's.
Okay. I guess I'll go share the link.
Can you hear me, Keith?
I can hear you.
All right.
Was just looking at the page and super impressed that Justin spelled cannoli right.
Ha ha ha.
Chris said it. I didn't.
Just the messenger.
Yeah.
Dude, what is
Don't
going
fuck the messenger. I think that's what they say.
Something like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Oh. Oh.
Just warming up.
Ooh.
We're gonna get a cinema story set.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna sing it just like ooh, you know.
Yeah, you're gonna do. It reminds me. Well, never
I'm gonna
mind.
drop it like 10 steps.
I was gonna reference a song that you would have never heard. So
Well, you don't know. Is it on the Frozen soundtrack?
no, it's
Ah, okay.
yeah. Nope. I already know the answer.
Try me anyway, because I'm curious.
The self-titled Korn album. You were doing
Oh
like
God, no.
the song "Lies."
uh,
Head goes like ooh like that in the chorus.
oh no, I wouldn't know that. Self-titled.
Or is it Jonathan Davis that's doing? They're both singing on the chorus. But anyway, it gave
that
me
the
that
first
vibe.
album?
The best one, yes, the first one.
I mean, a low bar, but
Oh, I disagree, but that's all right.
I mean, you know, when in Rome, you know. Bum bada bum 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 bum.
Now you're doing the big and rich. The Save
Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy.
there.
Yeah. Yeah. Big and rich.
Big Kenny and John Rich. John Rich.
Is that Big
Kenny. Yeah,
Oh,
Big
okay.
Kenny.
Ah. The chat is waiting for you. The chat is waiting for you. Baby. Dedicate this to all the pretty girls in the world. And the ugly girls, too. Because to me, you're pretty anyways, baby.
The Say Anything version.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Are you an Alexis on Fire fan?
I never got into it or anything.
Well, I watched the live performance and it was like,
Oh, you know what?
What?
I instead of going live from my account, I'll go live from the Pop Punk account.
The
It'll just-
Bobo Go
It'll just be
Go
my.
ahead. You saw a live performance from them?
well, yeah, like on a TV show
Yeah.
from the first record, and the singer says, "What's up, like cats and kittens?" Or before, I just thought that was funny, something like that.
What does Carol Baskin say?
I don't know.
I don't know. I thought she said something like that. What's up, kittens, or something?
Well, I think this was
you
before
crazy cats and kittens.
Yeah, that's it.
I think that was before Carol Baskins.
It
was
would have
famous.
been, yeah.
Carol Baskin.
You know, Joe was on the podcast or the network. I don't know what they put it under. Yeah, you did.
Oh
the
yeah,
interview,
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
you?
I was on that interview.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Oh,
thinking
Joe
so.
Exotic.
Yeah, we got to talk to Joe Exotic. Me, Dale Stotler, Tippy Wright, and Chad.
From jail. He's
Yeah.
in jail, right?
Yeah, prison.
Prison. Okay.
Prison.
All right.
Or actually, I think it is jail now. No, it's still prison.
I
But
think
it's
he's in prison.
it's I think is it federal or state? I think he got moved.
I have no idea. I didn't
He's
finish it.
he's in the more pussified version of prison now.
Ew, shut up, Chris. He said that's a nice hat, Jake.
Oh, thank you.
Much
Go
better
Cardinals.
than Keith's team.
Oh, go Cardinals. We're playing great ball right now.
Mm,
Yes, we are.
better ball, I guess. But
I don't know what's going on right now. This is
We're only a
Nobody's
few
playing right now. That's probably why.
Well, only a few games out of the Central.
Yeah, the Central. I like the high school
Central's
team
a-
here could win the Central
Brother,
division.
stop.
I'm just saying it's the worst
Stop.
division of all time.
It's not. It's a very tight race right now. Any
Yeah.
team could make it.
Yeah,
would-
every year any team can make it because it's so bad.
In the last few years. Now go look at the NL Central from the 2000s and the early 2010s.
Liz.
Go look at it.
Things have shifted.
Well, I mean,
The East is becoming really the powerhouse of them. It was the West for a long time.
well, yeah. That are you talking about your Dodgers?
Well, I'm
and-
talking about the Dodgers, the Giants. I fucking hate them.
well, how
even
about the
look
Rockies?
good.
Rockies. Oh, get out of
Diamondbacks
here.
a lot of times look good. Not right now, but like they, they were making runs. San Diego wasn't making runs. There was no like shit stain of the West for a minute. There is now. There is in my mind because I hate them. But you know what I mean? Don't start ball talk. Jake will school you. Hey, listen,
Who is that?
Ridge.
Oh, that is my brother.
Yeah.
Hello, Ridge.
Well, listen, go Dodgers.
Heath, why do you root for the Dodgers? If you're, I know you're from North Carolina,
Well, I
but
grew up
you've-
here.
but you grew up in Missouri.
I did, and
I don't care that you root for the Dodgers. I don't hate the Dodgers, but I'm just
why
curious.
would I like the Cardinals?
Well, because we've won 11 World Series. At baseball heaven, Busch Stadium.
I don't agree, but that's fine.
Okay, I don't know.
Hey, listen,
I don't know how you couldn't be a Cardinals
Listen.
fan.
I think just because I hate Cardinals fans.
Well, I'm a Cardinals fan.
All right, yeah,
So-
that's a blanket statement. It's not
Yeah.
like every one of them, but they're pretty obnoxious.
Well, I'm a Cardinals fan, so I'm not going to agree with you.
You could say that the other ones are. Dodgers fans can be obnoxious.
You see, I don't know any serious Dodgers fans besides you.
Do you want me to invite you to the fan pages that I'm a part
I'm
of?
okay, thank you.
Okay, I
Mother-
can do it. But I think Chiefs fans are obnoxious now too.
okay.
Well, I only rooted for him last year because now two-time Super Bowl champion, University of Missouri quarterback Blaine Gabbert.
that's
So,
it, yeah.
So I rooted for him last year,
Yeah.
but I can't now because they didn't re-sign him. So they're back on my not rooting for list.
Why don't you just root for Bryce Young?
I root for players now because the Rams left, the Browns have done a lot of bad things signing wise, and I was rooting for them for a few years, and Tom Brady retired.
They really fucked Baker over,
Well, he didn't do. I
few
mean,
times.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
not fair.
I'm a Geno Smith guy, so I watch mostly.
Oh
Seahawks.
yeah, he did. Yeah. Well, he was playing. No, wouldn't he play for the Browns? No.
Geno Smith has played for the
the other
Jets.
guy.
He's played for the Giants, Chargers, and now Seahawks.
No, I'm thinking of somebody else, and it's gonna sound bad. But who was playing for the Browns?
Who's their starter right now?
No. When before Deshaun came back.
Okay.
Well, they had multiple. They had P.J. Walker start some games, who played for the Panthers.
Yeah, but no, it was the year.
Oh, Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah. I was like, hey, it's gonna sound bad, but I was like, I got him
it's all good.
confused. Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah. Anyway, Justin, get off Grinder and join the conversation, is what Chris said. But listen, I don't know. I just so when I was quite the youngster, a young man by the name of Hideo Nomo was coming up,
Oh, Hideo Nomo was great.
and I loved
Okay.
that. I emulated him like crazy.
Chan Ho Park too.
And then I was like, then I got into the Dodgers, right? Sean Green, like, and then
Nomar.
Nomar ended up being
Yeah.
So I was like, this was Gary Sheffield, Mike Piazza, like there was so many so I became a Dodgers fan, right? And then I became a Red Sox pretty hardcore when Nomar was there, because Nomar was my favorite player of all time.
He was great.
And then when he went back, it was great. And then I've just been like only Dodgers since then. You know what I mean? Because I just went back to my roots.
Okay, I just wanted to
And
know
in
why.
between that, it was like Cardinals, fuck the Dodgers. Literally, like, I mean, being the guy that everybody knows likes the Dodgers,
Yeah.
when they play, my phone blows up if they score or get a hit. It's like, oh my God, the Cardinals are so great. Watch this. And then I'm like, hold on, guys, and the Dodgers were pretty awful there in like the early 10s and stuff. So
The Matt Kemp years.
Matt Kemp's great.
He was.
Yeah, and then everybody telling me that Wainwright's a better pitcher than Kershaw was just fucking crazy.
Well, overall,
In the playoffs, maybe, but he had a better team.
well, Clayton Kershaw is a better pitcher than Adam Wainwright.
Mm-hmm.
And I love Adam Wainwright.
Yeah, no, he was great.
But Clayton Kershaw is a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he's
Adam Wainwright is a Cardinal Hall of Famer.
one of the greatest to ever
but he
do
probably won't be a Hall of Famer.
it. One of the greatest to ever do it.
Clayton Kershaw's great.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest.
So anyway, I heard a lot of shit, and then I'm like, fucking hate these, like fuck the Cardinals, and then they just made me hate them and hate them and
All right,
hate them.
hold that for a minute.
And hate them.
Hold that for a minute.
So here I
So
am.
for everybody who's watching on Facebook, we are having technical difficulties. So if you want full audio and video of the show, go to the Barn Media Group's YouTube page. Other than that, we're ready to start now. This week,
Oh, we already were started.
well, I know, but I'm talking about Facebook.
I'm just.
Yeah. Anyway, we are missing Todd and Chris this week. Keith is back from vacation, and we have Jake Jackson
Yes, sir.
on the show, a very
So I wasn't on
very
vacation.
consistent fan.
Did I ever
Oh,
tell
yeah.
you why I was gone? I wasn't on vacation. So
hold on.
No, hold on.
Welcome to another episode of the Pop Punk Pizza Party podcast, presented by Pop Punk AF, live from the Barn Studio, and sponsored by Fired. Okay, continue, man.
So anyway, what happened was the NASCAR Hall of Fame contacted the top 10 fastest drivers, and then we all came together this past week, and they wanted to study us and like learn how we did it and things like that. So I spent the week just driving the iRacing car. Because I'm still in the Hall of Fame and they wanted to do that. So there's 9 others. Obviously, I'm the 6th fastest.
How does it feel to be a lying piece of shit?
I wouldn't know. So yeah, that was what I did last week, and that was pretty awesome.
What does Costanza say? It's not a lie if you believe it.
You ain't wrong.
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah. So anyway,
But how was vacation?
so it was pretty awesome. I know Todd said it was weird. And then Chris said it was weird because I go there every year.
It is weird that you go just there every year. But I
But
mean, if your heart's set on a place, I get it.
yeah, it's a
But
wonderful place.
You gotta
and
experience the rest of the world.
I
too,
have,
man.
but yeah, it's tradition to go there. So we spread my dad's ashes out there. So we go there every year. Typically on Father's Day. We couldn't go this year, so that's why we didn't. So eat a dick, Chris. Eat a dick, Todd. I hope you feel bad about it now. But no, I love it
probably
out
don't.
there. It's so pretty. It's not like I kind of like Florida's like the mainstream beach, right?
Yeah.
Everybody goes to Florida or the Gulf,
Yeah, they're either going to Florida or they're going on.
to Alabama,
West-
Gulf Shores
west-
or whatever.
or the West
Yeah,
Coast, yeah.
maybe, yeah. So I feel like it's it's an underrated. It's very pretty. It's not like crazy crowded. It's got this like neat feel to it because there's just a bunch of fishermen and shit like that, and a lot of history.
Shrimp boats.
Yeah, a lot of history too, because I mean the pirates were very prominent out there and stuff. Like Blackbeard died out there. His ship is off the coast from where we were. And then just the other stuff. It's really cool. Also, speaking of that, we there's a lot of legends, right?
Yeah.
There's this girl.
Speaking of Blackbeard, though, real quick,
Yeah.
what did Blackbeard call the measuring of a circumference during his travels
What?
of a circle?
What?
A pi rate R.
Okay.
All right.
You know that he probably went crazy because he had syphilis.
Probably.
Yeah. You know how they used to treat that? They would shoot like mercury up your pee hole.
What the
Terrible.
fuck?
Yeah. Crazy, right?
I'm good there.
So
Okay.
anyway,
for modern medicine.
Legends.
There was this one about this little girl who obviously back then it was like England owned. So this guy was very prominent. He was going back. His daughter was like, "Hey, I want to go with you." And then the mom was like, "You can only go if you promise you come back." Okay. So
She never came back.
they were coming back. Yeah. So they were coming back, and there was an outbreak of, I don't know, scarlet fever or something like that. Some sort of disease
Yeah.
on the boat, right? So normally I would throw them off off overboard, but she made a promise, and then he said, "Hey, I'll bring her back." So they put her in this rum barrel
Mm-hmm.
to preserve her body or whatever, and then brought her back. They ended up burying her. So the legend, people bring toys and put it on her grave,
Yeah.
and then the next morning they're scattered off or whatever. Okay, so we went there. We went by the cemetery. We're like, I'm gonna check this out, and there's shit ton of toys there, which is crazy. It's just weird because it's like 17 something.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, we're standing there, and Cove just gets hit with something, and it was a pirate coin, and we didn't do it. I had a lot of fun with it after, but it was crazy. I've never seen anything like weird, but that one was like unexplainable. So
So
later-
Mr. Super doesn't believe in ghosts and shit.
I never said I didn't believe in ghosts.
Oh, you
So I've said that it's never happened to me. That's the closest thing that's ever happened to me, which was weird.
and now
Um,
you understand my obsession with.
So I was
going to
like, I go.
haunted places.
So the whole time I'm like, little boy, I want to play with you, and I was just fucking with him really hard. But he was pretty funny, and so I thought that was wild. We did a lot of cool stuff, ate a lot of good food. The drive back sucks.
Awful.
I got burnt pretty good. Yeah. So it was a lot of fun.
And now you're back.
So you
I
had
am
to-
back, and it looks like it fell apart without me here.
Apparently with the freaking restream and shit, I don't know what's going on.
Everything
with
fell apart without me here, Justin.
apart. You're not wrong.
I mean, it's like maybe I'm the glue.
Things did take a sideways turn last week.
Yeah. So when in Rome,
So, yeah. My week was pretty plain Jane. Worked. Whole shit. So Jake, how was your week?
I've been working. It's during the week mostly just work, and then tomorrow I'm going to see Limp Bizkit, Corey Feldman, Riff Raff, Bones, a lot of people, but
yeah.
that's gonna start off the weekend, and then Saturday going to see Frozen Soul, Gates to Hell, Enforced, and Creeping Death at Blueberry Hill.
Hell
So basically, just what my summer, my year has been is just full of going to shows. That's what.
Yeah.
That's mostly buying records, listening to music, going to shows. That's
Well, that's the way to do it.
my
And
My
you
hobby or
were
what I
like
live
the
for.
most vocal person at our live show.
oh,
at
I
the
got excited.
Underground.
If there's trivia and it's about music,
Yeah.
I'm in. So
You got them all, and
yeah,
like
Yeah, I mean, you got like all the dang prizes.
I knew a lot of them, but they wouldn't let me win.
yeah. Well, I tried to let other, but no,
Yeah, nobody
be-
do
you
it.
gotta be
I was
quicker.
like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Gotta be quicker than that.
yeah, it was pretty funny. That was a fun time.
especially when you do a Mest song as a Mest fan.
Yeah.
That's or the
Um,
best my favorite Silverstein song you did,
I don't remember which one we
"Giving
did.
Up on You."
Oh yeah. it
Yeah,
was
that's
great.
my favorite
Yeah.
Silverstein song.
You know what? It's up there for me.
Yeah,
there.
I love. Well,
Uh,
that's my favorite album of theirs.
It's real nostalgic. So I don't know if it's my favorite or if it's just like my favorite to go back to. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel like there's a slight difference, but yeah, it's a great one. I love it. I'll still go back.
when broken is easily fixed
Yeah,
with the Robot Heart.
yeah.
That's hard as fuck.
It was
hard.
good. It was real good. It's
Yeah.
still really good. And it's
Absolutely.
what, fucking
21
21 years later
Yeah.
or something like that. Crazy. But yeah, I knew who Limp Bizkit is. Corey Feldman, obviously.
I
and
can't wait to see
who was
that.
the other one?
Riff Raff.
Yeah,
Maybe
I've
my-
heard of it, but I
Maybe
don't
my
know
sixth
anything.
time seeing Riff
John
Raff.
Feldman is better.
Then Corey Feldman, he was in the Lost Boys.
So
He was Donatello.
Goonies.
Yeah, he was in the Goonies.
John Feldman's better still.
Well, John Feldman is a musician.
I know.
Well, Corey is a musician
Yeah,
technically, but
but-
they're two totally different things.
Corey Feldman was.
I do love John Feldman as well.
John is
Some-
the better Feldman.
Nah. Hey, what would this world be without him playing Donatello and the Ninja Turtles? Without the Goonies. The Goonies is one of the greatest movies of all time.
He's also in Stand By Me, right?
Yeah. Lost Boys is a great movie. Limp
Oh,
Bizkit's new album is absolute worst. That's what Chris says.
I liked it. Limp Bizkit still sucks. I liked it. Dad Vibes is a great song.
Yeah.
That's a great song.
I have not tried to hear it.
Well, I love every Limp Bizkit record.
Yeah. Hey, some people, everybody has their vices, right?
Well, Fred Durst is playing chess while everybody else is playing checkers.
Something like that.
That
I
makes
used to like
I love
Jake.
Fred Durst.
That's what Chris said.
What's that?
I used to like Jake.
That's okay. I mean, Limp Bizkit has great songs, riffs. Wes Borland is a great guitar player.
It was never my cup of meat.
Well, it's not.
It still isn't for
yeah,
sure. But
yeah.
I like Limp.
I mean, I thought it was funny when I was a kid, but like, never really.
And they're like,
Cared
especially
for
like Significant Other and like $3 Bill Y'all. The snare has that high pitched snare. That's the best sounding
I don't
era
know
of drum.
what song that is.
No, the high pitched snare sound.
Oh, okay.
Snare drums,
Yeah.
like that
yeah,
era.
yeah. But I don't know what song you were talking about. Oh, just all of them.
The albums. I was talking about albums,
gotcha.
yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, I can't even think of what they sound like off the top of my head. I mean, I know the songs, but like I'm trying to think. Like I've never paid attention enough to hear the snare. I don't think.
Well, I'm just saying that era, like Blink, Enema of the State,
Oh, okay.
Newfound Glory, Nothing Gold Can Stay, that high.
Oh,
snare
I
sound.
got you. So you're talking about the broad sound. I thought you were
Yes.
just talking about the
In
way they
general,
did
that
theirs.
era of,
Yeah. Newfound Glory is great.
I love Newfound Glory.
Yeah, greatest band of all time.
I want
I'm
to
indifferent.
defend you for a couple weeks ago when I was tuning in. I believe Todd was the one that was saying Newfound Glory has bad records or something like that, or
It's probably this guy.
one of you two.
No, I didn't say that they have bad records.
I said
just
they've never
I'm
made
not
a
big
bad one. I
fanboy.
think
Never.
they just tried to cut me off. So I said, so he was saying that Blink, his favorite band, has bad record or two at least. And I was like, who's never made a bad record? And that's Newfound Glory.
I agree,
And
100%.
Todd, and Todd defended saying, they have bad records.
Yeah, they don't.
Okay,
they
that's
don't.
what it was,
They
yes.
don't have any.
None to me at all. And I've revisited most of the catalog in preparation.
Yeah.
I mean, I've listened to every record over the years, but
But you just
Revisited.
them. Yeah.
I mean, Nate, what other pop punk band has a Ramones covered EP? Has a EP where they cover Lifetime, Shelter,
Yeah.
and Gorilla Biscuits?
Yeah.
Also, what other pop punk band has a hardcore supergroup like shoot off thing? International Superheroes of Hardcore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About where they sing about seatbelts.
Yes, like
It's
Yes.
so funny,
Screamo's
really.
Gotta Go.
Yeah, like
Madball's Got Our Back.
There's a lot of like that shit was funny. I saw that tour twice.
The International Superheroes of Hardcore.
Yeah,
Lucky.
So they played, and then Newfound Glory played.
Yeah.
So like, it was. I think Day to Remember was on that. 4 Year Strong was on that. That was a great one.
Yeah, that's
You
a
had
great.
those four, and then, but can you imagine playing the headline show and playing direct support to yourself, really, like, and then playing your other one?
Yep.
I mean, they swapped, right? Chad was the front man, and
Yeah.
then I think Jordan played guitar.
Yep.
But still, that's crazy.
Captain Straight Edge, I believe, was Chad's name.
Yeah.
And then Ian was Sergeant Soy.
That's it. Yeah, I can't remember everybody's names, but I remember Captain Straight Edge.
Yep.
Captain Straight Edge, because he would say it. And I don't remember Jordan's.
To the East Coast, to the West Coast, Screamo's gotta go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude, it was
great
so
stuff.
good. So such good. So
Anything involving Chad and Newfound Glory, I've mostly revisited, and anything that guy is a part of is great.
That's true.
Hazen Street, which he wasn't actually like, he wrote the
But
record,
he
played
did,
guitar,
yeah, right?
but he didn't like actually get to go like tour because Newfound Glory.
Mm-hmm.
All the records he's produced.
Yeah, he's done quite a bit.
He produced two of the greatest hardcore albums of the 2010s: Tears, Keepers of the
Oh, he did
Faith,
do those, didn't he?
Trapped Under Ice, Big Kiss Goodnight. He produced 3 H2O records, Set Your Goals, was in Shy Halud.
Yeah,
Like Chad Ball. Chad's the man.
one of the
We're
greatest.
wishing you get well soon as well,
For
Chad.
sure. Yeah,
So Newfound Glory, can't say enough great things
yeah.
about him.
Hey, you can keep talking. I love it.
Yeah.
It's almost like you're talking about me. I love it so
Yeah.
much. You know what I mean?
I love him.
Like
You love talking about yourself
they're
too.
just so good. And man, greatest band of all time. I'm just waiting for him
They're
to
the
say
most.
it.
They're the most consistent
Yeah,
of their era. They are the most consistent and prolific for sure.
I mean, they've been going for.
I'll say they're one of the
25
tops.
No, longer than that. 27
'97 was
years.
their first year, right? As
Yeah.
a band. And
27 years.
they've put out music that's almost every year, every other year.
Every other, yeah. So
At least like a covers thing, an acoustic thing,
we
a
had
split
97 EP, 99
album.
2000 album,
And they also had
2002 album.
the first
Oh,
covers
and they
album,
had that too
Yeah.
in between. Then you had Catalyst in 2004.
Coming Home in 2006, and the second covers album, I think, in the
Yeah, I
same
think
year.
that was somewhere around there. And then you had a few B-sides there, and then the Not Without a Fight came out in 2008.
Produced by
or
Mark
9.
Hoppus. By the way.
And then
Yep.
Radio Surgery came out in like 2010, maybe 11.
And they also did the Tip of the Iceberg EP in between that,
Yeah, and the
which has two of my favorite Newfound Glory songs. Tip of the Iceberg
Iceberg's a good one.
and dig my way out, or
Dig My Own Grave.
dig my
yeah.
own grave. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one. And then they lost Steve. They still put out Resurrection,
Yep.
2014. 2000.
And the Kill It Live, which I've been listening to
Yeah.
nonstop. The live
got
record.
some good like B-sides on
Oh,
it too.
Connect the Dots,
Such a good
The
one.
First Bite, and I Want to Believe. Listen to the lyrics on I Want to Believe.
Yeah.
It's to all the fakers of the faith out there.
Yeah, I think they got a lot of good ones. And I think it's my turn for album of the week next week, so I'll go ahead and say it. I was thinking about it, and I was like, I'm never going to pick a Newfound Glory one, but I am. And I'm going to pick Resurrection
Resurrection.
because I think I didn't realize people didn't know they put stuff out anymore.
Well, that's
Or
one of their
even-
biggest
Yeah.
songs, the one with Haley on it. That's one of their biggest
she's on
songs.
there, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, what we were doing is the Dress to Kill, the cover band,
Yeah.
and even after after Catalyst, like a lot of people didn't know they
Well,
liked a lot
that's
of their stuff, which is crazy.
which also that record has Scott Vogel from Terror on it and Brennan from Turnstile.
It does.
And if you do a Dress to
I
Kill,
think it has.
I'll do
Anthony.
the Scott Vogel part.
So
If you
I
wanna
tried to do. tried to do. Oh boy. I'll let
What's the
Chris
comment?
just answer that one, because he's in there and it's about him. But
Oh.
anyway, I think Anthony Ranieri's in one of those too.
I think so. Yes.
And
From Bayside.
Resurrection. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's gonna be the album of the week, Resurrection by Newfound
Okay.
Glory.
So speaking of the album of the week, we had Green Day's Dookie this week, which was Chris's choice.
Yeah. And Chris, I listened.
I did as well. Good album. Not the best album. Don't love it. Don't hate it. It's just kind of like I'm indifferent on it. Like I like Dookie. I really loved it at the time. I think I've probably just overheard the songs too many
Yeah, I
times
think-
throughout the years. Longview is probably my favorite song.
So I thought about this. One, it made me like revisit a lot of the early Green Day albums,
Mm-hmm.
and Insomniac was always my favorite. But I think Nimrod might be
Nimrod.
now. Like it's just
Yeah.
full of just really good ones. Dookie, I think. So I like She a lot.
She is my favorite Green Day song.
I
if I had
yeah.
to pick one,
That's up there. Longview's good, but shit review, Justin.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and I knew, and I probably everybody probably
review.
would have guessed like, what's Justin's favorite song, and we all probably would have picked it's gonna be Longview.
Really?
Yeah, because it's the most mainstream one there.
No, it's not.
I think so. I think that
When
and,
I
like,
Come Around?
Sassafras or whatever.
When I come around.
Yeah,
That one's the most fucking mainstream.
Chris, what's the Sassafras song? I think it is. I like that one a lot. That's what I said last week. She's the best. I think so. I think that's my favorite on there. But good album. I hadn't listened into it in probably it might have been 20 years, really. But it's been a long time, and it still holds up. It's what 30 years old.
30 years
Yeah.
old this year.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, it got me into, and I spent more time listening to Insomniac and Nimrod. But yeah, it's really good. I'm only skipping one, Brennan, but it was directed at Chris, so I thought maybe he could respond to you.
You're just having a conversation with Brendan right now.
Yeah, he said, "Where's the pizza making guy known as Chris?"
Chris Henry Fire the Third.
Sassafras is great. What is? I don't know if I want to say it, but
What?
somebody is waiting, and I don't know who. I don't want to say the word because Brennan said it.
Oh, he probably said something that we can't say.
And then I don't know what that means, but 94 is one of the best years for music. You're wrong, Chris, because I think that Soundgarden put out their album at that point.
The first Korn record came out that year. It's one of the best records of the year.
94. Let's see. I bet there was a John Michael Montgomery
I would
album
agree.
that came
I
out.
love John Michael Montgomery.
A Garth Brooks album that came out, but I wouldn't say that it was a great year for music.
I mean, the 90s were great in general for music.
Yeah.
A lot of it, yeah.
90s for me, the best era of hardcore, the best era of punk. Like alternative rock was great, country was great, hip hop was great, pop music was great. Everything,
Pop music was fantastic.
everything about the
Yeah.
90s was great to me except for grunge. I am not a grunge guy.
Oh yeah,
at all.
grunge is
You're hurting-
awful.
You're hurting Chris's
it is.
feelings even
I'm not a
more
grunge
now.
guy at all.
Grunge
You know,
is
because
one
I'm
of the
a
worst
hair
things.
metal guy, and grunge
Oh, I don't.
I-
either.
killed it. Just
Yeah.
those bands literally became 1991 Trickster and Firehouse, all these great bands. By 91 it was over. It was over for them. I know times change, things change, but
Yeah,
I'm not really into grunge. Never have been.
it's
I like-
confirmed. Fuck Jake is what Chris.
I love Alice. I love Alice in Chains, but I do not consider
Really?
Alice in Chains a grunge band,
Yeah, I don't know if I think they're a little different.
even though they're in that scene.
Yeah, I think they're a little different. I still don't care for them, but
No-
I wouldn't really call them like grunge or whatever.
No disrespect to those bands, they're great, but I
No,
just
you can say that.
personally, I don't like to actively shit on things. But it's just
Try
not
not
something
to shit
I'm.
on things either.
It's something I'm never going to listen to.
Yeah, grunge is awful. I mean, we just got to say that again.
I don't think it's awful, but it's not my favorite. It's far from my favorite.
Yeah. But yeah, the '90s pop. You had Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, Savage Garden,
That definitely
greatest
was the
duo
boy
of all
band
time.
Era.
Oof.
era.
Yeah, I know you're gonna argue, but
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
but greatest pop duo of all time.
Greatest pop duo of all time is Daryl Hall and John Oates.
I know, but I was trying to like narrow it down a little bit. Greatest Australian duo of all time.
That's the only one I know. So you're right.
So I just wanted to get something out of there.
Yeah.
Savage Garden was great.
Savage Garden wasn't bad.
I mean, like that was good stuff. Yeah, the pop was real good. Yeah, like Gin Blossoms in the '90s was
Yes.
real good. I love them. Counting Crows,
Yes.
big fan of those.
Third Eye Blind, who we had just
Third Eye
saw.
Blind, yeah.
You guys just saw a couple. I was there too.
Yeah.
Todd
Hot
was
as
there.
shit there.
Oh god,
After it rained, fellas.
dude, it was awful.
yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, man, this rain, I'm a little chilly, and then I was like, oh my god, it's so hot. Good show though.
Absolutely.
I mean, Yellow Card is one of the greatest bands of all time.
They put on a great set. I did not get to see Arizona. I showed up a little late,
I didn't see them either. We had a little trouble with the box office, but
so I have no idea what they sound like or if it was good.
no, I thought I heard them, but then I was like, I don't know if I do or not. You know, like because we were walking.
I
out
looked
the
up
way,
some
so-
stuff, and I think they're a lot more on the poppy side of pop punk. So
It's like soft rock pop
yeah,
kind of thing.
so I don't think.
So I heard.
Obviously,
some-
I wasn't at the show, so I don't know how they were live. But like when I looked it up before the show, it seemed like
That's
a lot more of the pop side of things.
Yeah.
That's why I think I remember in the group chat I was like, because Todd was like, "Who the f is Arizona?" And I looked him up right after that, and I was like, "Not your flavor, Todd."
No. I think it was a weird one altogether. But it was cool because like Yellow Card's one
I
of
thought
my
they were
favorite
good, though.
bands. Third Eye Blind is actually one of my wife's favorite bands, so it was really cool. And I got to take my kids, which was really neat.
Right.
And-
The Cure cover that Third Eye Blind did was
Yeah.
my favorite part of the night.
I was like, so it was going, and I'm like, I
that
know
sounds like Just Like Heaven.
I was like, I know this guitar line, and I
Yeah.
couldn't piece it. I was like, this is, and then I was like, that's it. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Which is the greatest song ever? Okay, so Gin Blossoms wrote one of the best songs ever written, is what Bridge says.
Yes.
What song is it?
Hey Jealousy.
That's such a good one.
And one of the guitar player or bass player in the video is wearing a Cardinals hat, a St. Louis Cardinals hat. If you go watch the
Back
music video.
everything I ever said.
Yeah.
No, that one's really good. My favorite.
My favorite song of the 90s?
I'd be like Follow. No, not Follow You Down. What's it? Found Out About You. I thought that was a really good one. Off that, just Gin Blossoms. 90s favorite song though?
If we're going like just like top like rate, like one of the best is "Steal Your Sunshine" by the band Lynn,
Okay.
or you Get What You Give by New Radicals.
Sunshine.
I
I do like Lynn.
I remember that one coming out, and I was like,
Started wearing bucket hats because of Greg from New Radicals.
I remember that bucket hat, and I was like, what the fuck?
I loved it.
Favorite of the '90s, "As Long as You Love Me" by the Backstreet Boys. Best song of the '90s.
I don't know if I know it. I'm sure I've heard it.
Oh
but
man, it's their best.
I think it does say something about Lynn with the fact that that song has "Stealing Your Sunshine" or whatever. What is it?
That's that.
"Steal My Sunshine."
Steal My Sunshine. That's
Sunshine.
right.
Yeah,
That
he's
song has
sings
like
weird.
stood the test of time to the fact that like Walmart plays it in their
Oh, yeah,
regular
I mean,
Yes,
rotation.
and
still.
if you listen to that whole record, it's pretty experimental and weird.
Is it?
Today that band I don't think could get popular. That's how cool the '90s was. Like things that even were on the radio was like
Yeah.
different and unique.
Yeah.
And Lynn is like, if you listen to that, the album's called "You Can't Stop the Bum Rush."
Mm.
I own it. Great. Like half of the album's like hosted by Biz Markie. It's a wild album.
Really?
I would suggest everybody go check it out. There's like some old school like break dancing type music on there. Like it's weird. A whole lot of stuff going on there.
I spent most of my life getting Lynn confused, where I thought that was an LFO song for the longest time.
I thought the name was lit for a
LMFAO?
long time.
No, LFO.
LFO.
What do they sing? Like "Girls for the Summer"? Girl.
You'd have to play it, but
New Kids on the Block got a bunch of hits. Chinese food makes me sick. I think it's fly when girls stop by for the summer. This is just like random ass words.
speaking of another great song from the '90s, "I Got You Where I Want You" by the Flies.
Yeah. Oh, BB Mac, "Back Here, Baby." I think that's what it's called. Man,
Tal Bachman, "She's So High." There's so many great songs from the '90s.
there's a lot of good ones, and I'm just trying to think.
Okay, so Keith, what have you been listening to this week?
So did a lot of driving. So mine was I was on my shuffle library pretty hard, but hit the Aaron West pretty hard.
Fantastic live, by the way.
Yeah. Did you go recently?
No, I saw them on with the Can't Swim and Allison Weiss
Okay.
at the
yeah.
Firebird back
I
in the
was
day.
there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild.
Hello to the Firebird.
Yeah, he's so good. Like, I mean, just yeah, everything's good. I think Ace Enders produced it, right, or was, and did he play with him?
On that show, or
And yeah, he didn't play at that show.
no, at
'cause I
that
would've
show,
known.
the show he was by
He
himself.
was just
remember?
him. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
But this recent one, I didn't know if he went on tour with him. But yeah, I mean that album's incredible. But I heard that one a lot. And then oh man, there was something else that was like really stuck, and it was like I don't know. Senses Fail, a lot of Senses Fail came on. But yeah, mostly Aaron West.
Okay.
And that shit's so good.
Jake, what have you been listening to this week specifically?
Obviously, getting in preparation for this week, the past week, a lot of Newfound Glory.
Great, great week.
The news story so far,
Yes, so story so far, a lot of that.
album of the year for me so far.
Really good.
If we're gonna go like heavier, the brand new Speed, the debut Speed LP came out, only one mode. It's one of the best hardcore records of the year. Another great hardcore record, the Stand Still record. I get to use headphones at work all day, so it's a lot of music, a lot of, the movie Life today,
Ooh,
Yeah.
good one.
Trapped Under Ice, Tear, like just everything, a lot of stuff.
What's your favorite Movie Life album or EP?
Oh, it's this time next year is the album, but the EP, the movie Life Has a Gambling Problem, is right up there.
Dude, the guitar line for this time next year is just
It's one of the greatest riffs ever written.
really is, and it's
Ever.
like it's so iconic. I mean, I guess it's not like- but yeah, it's just crazy how like
Yes.
you, and it's man, it's so good. New Eminem album is fire, is what Chris said. I'm not
agree.
sure if he's joking.
I agree. It's great.
Oh, so we're serious here.
Yeah.
I don't care for Eminem.
I'm not personally a fan either.
It's his voice. I mean, dude's talented as fuck.
Yes, he
right?
is. Objectively good at music.
Yeah. But man, I can't stand that
Oh, no,
whiny ass
that-
voice.
The new, well, I mean, he doesn't really have a whining ass voice now. Like, it's way deeper than it used to be. But, no, that album is fantastic. There's a lot of jabs as usual, of course. And I just love that the whole album is basically just like him telling the new generation who's trying to cancel him over old shit to basically go fuck themselves, which is amazing.
I mean, he
It's
lives
still
for
like
that. He always has.
Well,
Right? I mean,
I mean, he does that, and it's the fucking or the top of the charts for most of
that's-
the fucking year every time he does it.
how he got big, really. I mean,
Yeah.
like it was like, oh, I'm just gonna get. I mean, not that it wasn't like his art.
But I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah,
mean-
I guess
And I mean, no one can deny that he's a lyrical genius. Like,
he's good at what he does. Like I said,
Not something I'm ever going to seek out and listen to.
yeah,
Ever.
No, and so man, so Cove really likes Eminem.
as he should.
I tried to shelter him from a lot of bad music, but my wife will let him listen to bad music, and I don't mean bad like because he cusses. I mean like bad music,
Fuck you, Keith.
right? She listens
Fuck
to
you.
a lot of like stupid. So like he likes Imagine Dragons. Ugh.
They're okay. So with Imagine Dragons, I'm not a big Imagine Dragons fan. I'm a part of the, the whole hate on them. I agree, but their very first album,
God awful.
was fantastic.
I'm pretty sure I
Night-
watched you
Night
cover.
Visions.
I'm pretty sure I watched you cover Radioactive.
Yeah, and
Can't
I
really say.
and back in the day, I also covered
Yeah, another one all
Demons
the time.
too, which was also off of that album, Night Visions.
Is-
Night
was-
Visions was a fantastic album. Their
No,
very
like,
their
Imagine Dragons
debut
is
album.
awful.
No, their debut album was great.
Chris is telling me it's fake hate, but it's literally not. It's awful.
It's something I would never choose
I-
to listen to.
I don't love Imagine Dragons as a whole. I think that they've kind of gone way, way left field, and that's coming from me who loves bands that go way left field, like Panic and Fall Out Boy and shit. But like Imagine Dragons, that first album, Night Visions, I will always advocate to it because it was just great.
You like Imagine Dragons?
Could you imagine me dragging these nuts across your face? I
just had to
I came
do
up with
it.
that joke like fucking.
You
15
didn't
years
fucking
ago.
come up with that.
I wasn't the first.
Oh,
one.
here we go, Justin. He comes up with all these jokes that
Everything's
have been
stolen.
around for 90 years. Man. Either way,
90 years.
I just threw out a number, but it's probably true. He'll come up with. I just came up with it. I'm like, dude, I've heard that a million times.
I didn't say I just came up with it. I said I came
didn't
up with
say
it like 15 years ago.
you didn't
Not
come
actually
up with
15
it.
years ago. It was like 12 years ago, but
But you didn't come up with it.
probably not originally, but I did
No,
think of it.
I'm sure you heard it. Justin always coming up with jokes. That's what Chris says.
Hey, you know what? You laugh at some of my jokes, motherfucker. I send you shit all the time.
Other people's jokes.
No.
I don't think.
I have originals. I'm building a comedy set.
Hey, I mean, and you know what?
Because I have a plan. I am going to go to an open mic night, probably at the
steal
Underground.
material. He Googles what's the most overused joke to steal. That was from Chris. Not even Brennan. I just thought that would be a Brennan comment. I mean, there was no slurs in it, so. But yeah. So you're gonna watch a bunch of like stand-up specials, and then you're gonna be prepared.
No.
Just be like, oh, I just came
No,
up
I've
with this,
been,
guys.
No, I've been writing jokes,
yeah.
Well, good luck.
authentic jokes.
Oh dear God. a
stories.
comedy set. Brennan will be there.
I'm sure he will.
Brennan Dane.
Yeah.
Hello, Brennan.
It's gonna be like a quick
Whoa.
5 minutes at an open mic, but I'm gonna do
That's
it.
what she said.
Yeah.
But
Whatever.
anyway, I think I got off of this thing, but he's gonna be the Carlos Mencia of the PPP.
Oh my.
PPP. I'm the neighbor Gadsy here, but anyway,
What I've been listening to this week.
no, let me finish. Oh yeah, so I was just saying she lets him listen to terrible music, so he gets into that. So he really likes Eminem, but and this isn't terrible, but he's been so hooked on Michael Jackson lately.
That is not terrible at all.
No, I didn't think that.
Yeah.
No, that one wasn't terrible, but he does that constantly. And it's just crazy. But man, I've
Come on, ya.
heard Billie Jean and Beat It so many times, and he listens to the whole all
Objectively the greatest album of all time.
of it.
Thriller.
But it's just funny that
What about that?
he loves it.
What about the Fall Out Boy cover of Thriller?
No, he would not do that ever.
That's fantastic.
I thought they covered Billie Jean. Or Beat It.
Beat
it
It.
was Beat It.
Beat It with
Maybe
John
Beat It.
Mayer on guitar, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
great.
I didn't know
He
that.
did the solo, I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
It was
Yeah.
great.
It wasn't.
Fantastic.
Actually,
haven't even
Pierce the Veil
listened
did
to
a
it, so
cover of
fuck
Beat
you.
It. It sounds way better.
I
Whatever,
think
dude.
Fall Out Boy's best cover is "Start Today" by Gorilla Biscuits,
I've never heard their cover of that.
One of the best.
or the Billy Joel cover I did like a couple years ago. We didn't start the fire,
yeah, like the
Yeah.
yeah.
the reimagined version.
It's
or
funny
whatever.
because Jerry and I had this idea. We're like, we should do an updated version of "We Didn't Start the Fire," and then one day he comes in and he's like, "Hey, check this out,"
Follow.
and I was like, "Well, that's crazy," because we started thinking of like lyrics, and
Who's stealing shit now,
good
fucker?
idea. Well, we had the idea, and then they came out with it later, like
Mhm.
a year later. Not to say that they didn't. I didn't say
No, I.
that we
I
were
feel
the
that
first ones to
because-
think of it.
No, I feel that because back in the Aparto Heart days.
You were just compared. You were just called the male Taylor Tomlinson. Oh, he probably likes that, Brennan.
I do like Taylor Tomlinson. She's she's like my top 5 comedians.
Ah,
She's great.
she on your Mary Poppins?
I'd do her.
Oh, okay. I
Wouldn't say no.
I honestly can't even think of what she looks like. So
Um,
that's why I was asking. 'Cause
but no. Where I was going was with the whole Fall Out Boy thing. That's funny because back in the Aparto Heart days, before we disbanded, I was writing a song called "Rhythm of the Rain," and like a couple years afterwards, they came out with was it no, it wasn't Save Rock and Roll. It was American Beauty, American Psycho, and they have a song on there called Jetpack Blues that references the line "Rhythm of the Rain," and I was like, "What the fuck?" So yeah,
you guys are. I mean, I don't know. I can't even. I'm gonna stop. Yeah, I'm just not gonna be.
go for
We're
it.
gonna be nice today.
At this point, I've just turned myself in so many circles that I don't even know where I was going.
Oh, okay.
So it's okay. It's okay.
Just be mean.
No, I like I said, I can't.
What about
remember.
Aparto Heart?
And now we're gone. No, it was about
Oh.
you and Pete Wentz.
Oh, I don't
Uh,
even. Pete Wentz isn't even my favorite part of the band. I mean, I like his lyrics. I don't even love his bass playing.
Yeah, but you love him.
I'm more of a fan
Back
of Patrick.
off, Patrick. Pete's mine.
Yeah, the best
I'm
best
more
member
of
of
a Patrick fan.
Fall Out Boy is Andy Hurley all day.
You are
Vegan
correct.
straight edge.
Andy is pretty great.
Yeah, he's correct.
Yeah.
But
Um,
they are dead to me after half of From Under the Cork Tree.
whatever.
I enjoy Mania a lot.
Mania is fantastic, dude.
Believe it or not, I have it on vinyl. I love it that much.
I love
I have
Mania.
Take This to Your Grave on vinyl.
I listened to Mania. Actually, you know
The
what?
only one that
Part
makes
of,
sense.
part of my listening this week was the Mania album. I did listen to Mania.
Oh, it's so good.
Right after I listened to Dookie. And then I actually haven't been listening to anything else because I've been, or except for a couple of songs that were sent to me for a buddy of mine wants me to potentially jump in as the vocalist for his new band. So I'm not going to get too deep into that. But yeah, I've been listening to that, trying to learn
I
the
always say
songs,
that
and
too.
it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna pull the trigger on it. I really like the sound. It's a sound that I've been trying to go for
She used
quite a while. So
Different wording.
deep.
No, not pull the trigger.
Oh,
But anyway.
oh my God, dude!
Um,
Worst timing.
So anyway,
So now we're gonna get okay. So we're about to Jack Black this shit now.
it was Kyle Gass that did it.
Well, still Jack Black pulled the tour and everything.
This is gonna ruin the tour.
Yeah.
Remember what Justin Timberlake?
Oh,
What tour? He's like the world tour.
have you listened to his new album? I like it quite a bit.
Timberlake's.
Yeah.
I
I've
didn't
never
even
really
know you
cared
were
for a lot
listening.
of his stuff. Yeah, I mean, in sync stuff, but his solo stuff, I didn't.
Oh,
really
his
like.
solo stuff to me is way better.
Really? I don't know.
The new
mean,
album's
I
really
believe
good,
you, but-
but it's a little long. It's 80 minutes long. It's a little long.
That is long.
It's 18 tracks. It's good
Holy
though.
Shit, that is a lot.
There's about 8 or 9 that are really good. The first track is one of my favorite tracks he's ever done. All the singles have been great.
Yeah, I
Uh,
haven't heard it, and like I just never got into.
Okay.
those. So, you might be right. Probably right.
Great album title
Have a
too.
lot of-
Everything I thought it was. It's a great album title.
Okay.
Okay.
You have a lot of good takes, so I'm gonna agree with you. You have some not the best takes.
It's all just
but-
preference at the end of the
yeah,
day.
but hey, so you've got good preference sometimes.
We got any Crackhead Chronicles?
I never do because I look at everyone not as they're a crackhead, just as regular people, just living their lives, you know? And I don't like to tear down a certain group the way that some people do on this podcast.
You're really just trying to make yourself look good right
No,
now.
yeah, you guys went on a tangent of how I hate women last week. I think I should probably do something.
I didn't get on that tangent.
Which, by the way, I don't. The reason,
I just supported the joke.
the reason that Todd says that is because he's like, "Did you like Danica Patrick as a driver?" And I said no. And he said, "Well, that's because she's a woman." And then he's like, "He hates women," and that's where it came from. And I just happened to be gone the week that you had a woman on here, so no, I don't hate all of them, just most of them.
Oh my god.
No, not really.
Oh my god.
Some of them, though. I mean, I hate dudes too.
You
I
just
hate
you just don't like people in general.
Yeah,
He does hate me.
yeah, that's true.
I'm probably number 1 on his hate list.
Hit list.
Hate. Okay.
I'm
Wait.
just
Hey,
kidding.
wait,
Go,
wait,
go,
wait,
go.
wait, wait, wait. Let's just talk about the fact that earlier last week you mentioned that I wasn't your least favorite anymore.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I don't remember what they did, but yeah, I definitely said
It's
that.
like Deion Sanders
I'm
ranking
on the
his
favorite
child.
list right now.
Children.
Hell yeah.
Glad to see Jake there. Let that be the only nice thing I say from Brennan.
Oh, well, thank
Hey,
you.
honestly, that's pretty impressive.
Yes.
Yeah,
I don't
Brendan
think so. I've known Brennan for a while now. I'm not sure he's ever said anything nice to me.
I don't think he says anything nice to
Well,
anybody.
that's understandable not to say to you, but like
He
me.
has said some nice things to me, but only in private. See, like at the
Oh, like, oh, I love the way you do that,
no,
Justin.
fuck off. No, like at the last show that we put on, he did say something backstage. Something about like good set and shit like that.
Oh, everybody says that. Nobody means
Yeah,
it.
that's what I'm saying. I don't think he meant it. But
Well, I usually mean it.
Oh,
I'm
well, I appreciate
serious.
it. Yeah, yeah, I usually do too, but you know, it's just it's
Even
like a
if
big
I
joke.
don't mean it, I mean it because I don't have the courage to go up there and do that. Even if I don't like it or didn't work out.
okay, you said you saw the Radioactive cover. What'd you think of it?
I mean, I don't like the song, but I thought it was good.
Thanks. I'll take it. He didn't.
I
mean
think
it.
I think the coolest cover of shows I've seen at the Underground is when Ben Diesel does the Motivation Proclamation.
yeah.
cover.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, I saw that coming, and then I turned around and saw you, and I was like,
Oh, about 4 or 5 cran vodkas in,
they
ready to
just
roll.
went wild.
Yes, sir. And actually, no, I take it back. The Stars Go Out
They did
covering
Rancid. song, right?
Rancid, and then when I saw them at CBGB's in March, they did Bouncing Souls too.
Oh, nice.
Hell
which
yeah.
Those they're both.
I
those
love the
bands,
Stars
great
Go
people.
Out,
Yeah.
and great people, great band, and they played with Wes Hoffman last night. Couldn't go, but it looked like a
Oh yeah, they
great
did. Yeah.
show. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't go either. I had.
Do I
actually
have a
tickets to
show
see
for
the
you?
Wallflowers, but
What's that?
didn't see it.
The Pop at Pops on August 3rd. We are doing a singer-songwriter showcase put on by Beyond FM. I'm playing that one.
Okay. Okay.
You should go. It's
Okay.
So is
$10.
Blake.
Okay.
Yeah, Blake does.
That's
too.
a weekend,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
I have no.
I could
Saturday.
probably go.
Or
Yeah.
Saturday. Yeah, Saturday.
Okay. Yeah.
August 3rd. It's a week before my birthday, and then the following week. We are both playing the. What is that show called?
Oh, Zach's show.
Yeah.
Rock the Spectrum. I think?
Yeah. Rock the Spectrum. So that's day before my birthday, so I'm gonna be celebrating that. But also, it's a great cause, especially because my son's diagnosed with autism. So an autism benefit. He said he asked me to do it, and I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna do it. Like that's one of the best things I feel like I should do.
Yeah. 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 We when he started thinking about it, and wanted to do it. He's like, "Hey, can you put me in touch with some bands?" And I sent him out, and he's like, "Can you play it?" And I was like, "Maybe."
Maybe.
And then I was like, "Oh, I guess we are playing this." But I forgot to say anything to the rest of the band, so I was like, "Hey, if you guys see us on the flyer, this is if you guys want to play it."
So whenever I brought it up to Todd last week and he didn't know what I was talking about, that's why.
No, that's because Todd never knows what the fuck
That's
we're
true.
talking
He
about.
doesn't know
Like,
what's
we could
going on.
literally have a conversation, and later he's like,
He's
"No one ever told me."
He's so fucking stoned and like not connected at all.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. But yeah, he's something. But yeah, we're doing that. We have Almost Warped Tour coming up too, where we're playing Dress to Kill.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I'm very excited for that.
Now I gotta ask. You don't have to. Have you thought about the set list already for that, or
Yeah,
And now, how long do you guys get? Is it like the
30.
30 like
Yeah,
Warped Tour?
yeah.
Oh, so,
Yeah,
so
it's
you're,
gonna be basically Warped Tour.
you're just gonna roll out. Are you gonna trot out the hits?
Oh yeah.
No deep tracks.
No. So I wanted to do. It's not even a deep track, but it's really fun to play. Is Don't Let Her Pull You Down.
Oh, because the breakdown and that's great.
Just all of it.
The gang
is so much
vocals.
fun. You're like, don't
Yes.
let. Yeah, it's so much fun. But I believe I was outvoted for that one. So there's a lot of self-titled, a lot of Sticks and Stones, and some Catalyst.
Another thing I want to plug real quick since we're plugging shit. You're funny. I'll actually be on Kyle Wright's Struggle Street on Friday, so that'll be.
Is that live or is that?
I don't think it'd be live. I think he just records.
Okay.
I don't even know for sure if we're gonna be recording from their normal studio because I think he's working on some lighting in his office or something like that. We're gonna do something there, so that'd be fun. Be a guest on that show. That's part of the Barn Network, so go check that out. Also,
show them how you don't struggle on the glory hole
that was a terrible
on
joke.
the street. Yeah, I know.
Give yourself the.
No, I will never do that.
Give your,
Round of applause. Whoa, that's loud.
Yeah, why does that still work?
I don't know.
Turn down the volume. Why did I just know that Justin was a Taylor Tomlinson fan?
She's hilarious, dude. Fuck you.
I don't know.
Are you a Carrot Top fan, Justin?
Justin owns
wasn't
85th
actually.
podcast soon. Nice.
85th. Hey, it's not my podcast. I'm just
Works
a guest
around,
on it.
You know?
I've been doing some guest rounds on some podcasts.
He's a slut for guest spots.
I am.
I mean, yeah, it's a
Hey, every
fine.
single time I do it, I get our podcast's name out there more. So
Hey, you know what? It's cool. I think it's a neat thing he's doing. So
I mean, you did the same one that I did last time when we did Artists
I did.
United. You did it the same week.
yeah, he asked me to play. It's weird that he didn't ask you to play.
I don't think he knew that I was a
Just
musician.
fuck.
I think he just knew that because the word that he got about me was I was the podcast guy. so
Oh.
so like he found out that I was a musician after he contacted
Yeah,
me.
he told me that I heard you were the goat of everything, is what he told me.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, no, he didn't.
He just said I was funny.
Yeah, which is crazy. So obviously he didn't. I can't believe anything that he says after that. Yeah, because he told me he liked my stuff. So now I'm like, maybe it wasn't good, you know?
Yeah, he lied to you. No.
Yeah,
I'm just-
probably. I mean, he told you
I
were
don't know.
funny, so I can never believe
That was
it.
a good episode when they came on too.
It was.
The whole cast. That was great. Like the rotation and everything was.
Hey,
was
where's
fun. It was
Frankie tonight? Todd's
Uh,
not on, so she's not.
She came on mine for a minute. Shut
Whoa.
up. As soon as I said that, I was like, "Shut up." She was
Boy.
on my POV.
Oh my
point of view
goodness.
of it. Shut up.
Yeah, keep going, Justin. She was on your POV game. Both were good interviews. Terry, you don't have to say his was.
Oh yeah, that's right, Tara.
She came where is what Chris says. Of course, Chris. It's because it's an old fashioned.
What's an old fashioned?
That's a
Chris
drink,
said
right?
guest rounds. Justin will tell you all about it.
I could tell you all about an old fashioned.
Well, I mean, if it's something in the gutter, I'm not aware.
That's
you like whiskey?
So that's
Well, yeah, old fashioned's a
It's-
drink. I know that.
Okay, that's what we're talking about.
Oh, you're not talking. It's not some sort of innuendo or something. is it?
No. We're
Okay.
talking
can
about.
be.
They just make a joke because the episode that we had
She
Bill
gives
Edberg
great
on.
JOI.
He brought whiskey on and cigars because he's a whiskey and cigar guy and he does like drink tests and stuff.
And Justin
on
told
his
us
own.
19 times that he knows how to make an old fashioned.
No, that I love old fashions.
And I believe
and I know how to make them.
Hey,
Yes.
that goes in an old fashioned. You know
I
what
love
goes
old
great in
He's
an old
excited for an old
That goes
fashioned.
Old fashions will if it is an option that'll always be my go-to drink. I mean, at least to start with.
You never get excited about a fucking having.
Also,
a
an
drink.
old fashioned's just a hand job.
I mean, I've gone somewhere and started with an old fashioned and then ended with like a margarita or a beer or something. But like old fashioned's the drink.
I think it's just funny that I said it was a hand job. And you're like, I went somewhere and I started with an old fashioned, and then I got, because
You're
is that
hilarious.
what usually what
Good
you do?
try.
The JOIs.
Exactly.
This conversation's gone to the gutter.
It
Yeah.
always does.
Usually does.
But anyway, I don't remember what we were talking about.
Hey, why was 6 afraid of 7?
7, 8, 9.
Yeah. Why was 10 scared? Because it was between 9 and 11.
Oh.
Do these chairs hurt your ass?
It does.
I mean, I think I have the most comfortable one because I have Chad's seat.
It
Can I
does.
stand up at all for a second?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want
What
to do, man.
This is like, can I stand
It
up?
does chap my ass sometimes.
Ah, man, I'm sorry. I just got to stand up for a second.
Yeah, it's okay. So after Jake will be going by Frankie's, because every guest gets to.
Speaking of chaps, can we also talk about the fact that there is no such thing as assless chaps?
Wait a minute. How does that make? Wait a
All
minute.
assless chaps are just chaps. If they are not assless, then they're just pants.
Okay,
That's
you got a
Assless
point.
chaps doesn't make sense. They're just chaps.
Justin made that post earlier and forgot the word between. It made no sense. Imagine that,
Who said that?
Chris.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, chaps are just chaps.
Yeah. There's no such thing as assless chaps.
But I don't know why that was.
Because I said it really chapped
Why
my
were you
ass.
thinking about assless chaps?
Yeah, hold on. Wait a
Chaps.
second. Yeah, wait.
Just in
What are
general.
you trying to tell us here?
The stool chapped my ass, and it made me think of that joke. Yep.
So you were thinking about chapped asses.
My chapped ass, yes.
So who's full of themselves now?
I don't know. I can't
Thinking about
control my
your own
stools
ass.
either, so.
Okay. Anyway,
Next, yes.
you got the would you rather's?
I don't.
Oh, okay. Would you rather?
Hold on. I got one. I just came up with it.
Can I do one first?
No, whatever. Sure.
Would you rather have $2 billion or not suck your own dick?
Not suck my own dick.
$2 billion. You get $2 billion.
Just to
Oh
suck
my
your own
God!
dick.
You had to start this with Jake too,
Just to
right?
suck your
He
own
does
dick.
this every fucking episode because I refuse.
$2 billion. Wait a minute. You get $2 billion.
to suck your
But
own
you
dick.
have to suck your own dick or someone else's dick.
It's $2 billion. It's $2 billion. I'll do whatever.
Exactly.
I ain't doing it.
$2 billion. You're out of your fucking mind.
All right, we've had this conversation a million times. I'm not doing it. Let's go
Did you
over
say
the
we've had it
argument.
2 billion
Blah, blah,
times?
blah, blah.
$2 billion.
2 billion times.
Billion.
I said a million times, but whatever. What were we talking about? Oh, yeah, would you rathers. Okay, so the would you rather I came up with. Would you rather listen to the worst album ever, in your opinion, and only that every day for a month, or listen to your favorite album and it's the only thing that you can listen to for the rest of your life?
Worst album.
So would I rather listen to a Soundgarden album on repeat?
For an entire month, or your favorite Newfound Glory album every day for the rest of your life? You're not allowed to listen to
Worst.
anything else.
Nothing else.
Nothing else.
The worst because
You can't listen
you,
to anything
you only got to do it for a
else.
month and you get to listen to even my favorite album of all time. I don't want to listen to it every day.
I mean, so if it's a Newfound Glory album, it's never gonna go out. You know what I mean? Like I'm never gonna get tired.
But you're not going to be able to.
You're not gonna get
discover
to
new
listen to
music.
anything
You're not going to
else.
be able to go back to other bands you like. Nothing. It's
Yeah,
that
I
one
Hell, the
album.
worst album of all time to you. If you listen to it every day for a month, you might end up start liking it.
I mean, you're not wrong. So probably, yeah.
I can't even think
it's
of the
only
worst
rational.
album I've ever heard is.
I don't know. I just said it was Soundgarden just for Chris. But it's probably Imagine Dragons
Actually, I
or
take it
Megan
back.
Trainor.
Since I am a hair metal
yeah.
fan, I have a friend that we share like if there's like some underground like Bandcamp stuff that's tagged as glam metal or hair metal, and there's this band called Shout from like Finland, I think, and it is the absolute god. I mean, I hate to do this, but it's the worst shit I've ever heard.
Justin probably loves that band.
No,
I've
it's
never even heard of 'em.
underground. It's very, but yes, every time they release something new, a friend of mine sends me here new Shout.
That's how I feel about Cancer Bats. That is the worst band of all fucking time. I don't
Thought you
care
was
what
gonna say
I've
album.
heard the band, but I've
I
never
will
listened
listen to it for an entire month and move on with my life.
Yeah, I mean, it would just make sense. But that's the only thing you can listen to forever. Like you're not gonna experience anything. You can't even make any new music, right?
Yeah, because you can't hear your own music back.
So I would have to go listen to
The worst.
my least favorite album ever is Newfound Glory. Like, can you just say it's one of your favorite albums?
No, it's got to be your
but
genuine.
yeah, it'd be. I don't know. I probably haven't heard my least favorite album, to be honest.
Fair.
But
Your least favorite that you've heard
most likely gonna be a Megan Trainor or Imagine Dragons song
album.
album. Sorry. Yeah,
Okay,
I can't stand
that was
her.
easy. I can't think of another one. What the shit?
I can't stand her, and I can't stand Imagine Dragons.
You got any would you rather's? you can think of?
Because even if it's something that I hate, I could, you know,
You got a power.
I'm talking about that shout, buddy. That is some bad stuff.
All right, so who's another like least favorite band or whatever you have?
Well,
I mean, I'm part of the Nickelback hate group, so
Oh,
Okay, who's
wow.
another one? Nickelback and
I hate Creed too.
you
So-
like all this radio band, but you hate the two like of
Weird,
the
right?
best of the era.
so
I like a lot of underground shit too,
so
or
if
the
you,
least radio ones. I like. I
Okay.
So
like
if you
a
had
lot
to
of
listen
different shit.
to Creed for the rest of your life or Nickelback for the rest of your life, which one are you listening to?
That's tough.
Wait, what? Creed
Album
or
wise,
Just
Nickelback. I'd rather Nickelback over. Creed.
I would agree
Nickelback.
if I got to pick those.
Still
two.
hate Nickelback, but
Limp Bizkit. That's what Chris said.
probably
See, not a Limp Bizkit.
So
guy?
yeah, I like the you know,
it makes his biscuit limp.
Okay.
nothing does. But he likes the soggy biscuits. But oh yeah, you know, I was kind of like Nickelback over Creed is what Chris says to you. But I like to pick two bands that I hate. A while back, I think Jerry, it was like, all right, well, which one? Because I hate AC/DC.
I still choose
That's crazy.
choose Cancer Bats
I-
over both of my
I
choices.
can't stand Metallica either. But he's like, which
no
one?
comment, Keith. I don't get it.
He's
No,
like, if
I
you
like
had to see one or whatever, I would be like, Metallica. I can't stand AC/DC.
Do you like metal at all, or like classic rock?
He really
no,
doesn't.
not really.
I talk
No, I
about
don't- I don't
talk
like
about like
classic
Avenged
rock.
Sevenfold quite a bit because that's one of my all-time favorites, and he's just absolutely
Yeah,
shits on it every time.
don't. Yeah, I don't really like it.
Okay, fair
Yeah.
enough.
Hey Keith, tell us how you feel about Falling in Reverse.
Oh, I can't stand them.
Not for me.
Yeah.
Roddy Radke, I think, is
I mean, just
not a fan.
yeah. Even his personality aside, just not good.
Vulgar Display of Podcast said, "Metal."
I agree.
Yeah, I just like there's nothing that I can think of that I ever really got into as far as metal.
Dick
Like
Dickerson-
hardcore? Do you like any metallic hardcore?
I don't think so. I mean, name like somebody, and I'd be like, I don't know.
Well, one of the greatest hardcore the greatest hardcore album to your, it's on that what by that the mixer there, Satisfaction by Hatebreed.
Oh yeah, I don't like Hatebreed.
Oh man, Hatebreed is probably
Yeah, not my cup of meat.
okay. Tear, Madball.
So yeah, I've heard both of those, and I don't ever go looking for it.
Dick Dickerson wants to know if we've heard of the Damned Things. I
No.
haven't.
The Damn Things
haven't.
is
As Jake probably knows, he knows everything.
the Damn Things is like Andy Hurley and Joe from Fall Out Boy with
Oh,
Scott
yeah,
Ian
yeah,
from
yeah,
Anthrax.
yeah.
I think that's what the Damn Things is, right?
I think I've heard.
Correct
a song
me
or
if
two,
I'm
but I
wrong.
didn't hear enough of it.
It's like a
though.
super group.
Yeah, can you call that? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
That's Joe Troman and Andy Hurley's band with a.
Scott Ian from Anthrax.
Yep.
Literally
Yep.
just said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never heard of them.
I've heard a song or
think
two,
of-
but I haven't heard enough to be able to give an opinion on it.
But yeah, I don't like a lot of classic rock. I don't like the hair bands like from the '80s and shit.
Oh,
I don't like grunge.
another worst band, Kiss.
Well, that is
So
top 5
that's
all time
so
for me.
funny, because like
I
my
think
favorite.
I
My
think
favorite
they're-
album of all time is a Kiss album.
I think they are
just really
like
good at
the
marketing.
best. The best marketers and the best
I just knew I was
businessmen,
gonna get him.
but like sound what? No,
Well,
they're terrible.
I can't disagree.
They're great at marketing their shitty music.
So
Wow.
they're in that whole like era, like that whole stuff that I don't listen to. So I could tell you a Kiss song probably, but I don't think.
Oh, I own every album, almost every album,
I believe that, but yeah, I just don't know enough. So I'm just like-
especially Unmasked Kiss in the
What?
'80s when they took the makeup off.
But what
That's
is
the best.
crazy is I have seen so much Kiss stuff, and I know exactly who they are,
Oh
but
man,
I can't really tell you their music.
I'm sure
and-
you can know Rock and Roll All Night. I Was
That
Made
one.
for Loving You.
Yeah,
Detroit Rock City.
in
sounds familiar.
in Jake Jones's bedroom, growing up in his
Excuse me?
in high school, his
Mhm.
bedroom, he had nothing but like AC/DC and Kiss
Ew.
memorabilia shit. Like everything was
So
Kiss.
I
and
don't know how you can listen to
AC/DC.
AC/DC.
They're
I
one of the
don't-
greatest
I don't-
rock and roll bands of all time.
I do like
Love
Malcolm
voice.
Young. Malcolm Young is the greatest rhythm guitar player ever.
But
They
the
do have the
voice.
rhythm, man. For
The
real.
voice.
Not. I'm talking about Malcolm.
it's
Not
pretty
a.
good.
Which,
I know, but the voice.
Which
I
one?
can't
Bon
listen to
Scott or Angus
any of 'em.
or Brian Johnson? They're
They're
different.
both awful.
I think they're good.
I
disagree.
can't like it's like stabbing my ears.
But-
So I can never because
Do you like Van Halen?
no, but I will say of the like that whole stuff, like that's probably the one that I'll be
Especially
like,
Sammy Hagar. Van
is
Halen
great.
is
Yeah.
is my favorite.
yeah, yeah, they're kind of the same for me, but yeah, I don't know.
We're kind of talking about the bands
Well-
whose original members aren't even in the bands anymore.
I don't. I don't really get into like. I like a lot of like classic rock from the late '70s and '80s.
Mm.
But I don't really like Pink Floyd or Led Zeppelin or the Beatles or the
I don't
Doors.
get any.
I
of
don't like
those.
any of
Or
that.
The Doors.
I like
it's like
Pink
more
Floyd,
like the
but the rest of
Boers.
them, not.
You know, the
Not a
best
fan.
band from like the '60s is probably the Beach Boys.
I would
I
probably
can
agree with
agree with that, yeah. Yeah.
Been on a big Beach Boys kick lately.
Yeah, I can see that. Yes, I think the other stuff's just too. I can't. So if I can't get past the voice if it's too much. You know what I mean?
Too much.
So like. Yeah, I can't stand it. I can't stand Guns N' Roses. Same reason.
Most overrated band in history.
So those two, I can never do.
How many albums do Guns N' Roses have? People only want to see Appetite for Destruction. And yeah, Use Your Illusion 1 and 2 were popular, but people want to hear Appetite for Destruction.
I think
they've
most-
been riding the coattails of that album for
Oh, I
35
I think most
years.
people
I
that
would do the same thing.
that
but-
yeah,
started
yeah.
listening to them after they were like real big only say that they're a Guns N' Roses fan because of Slash. I think everybody
Slash
is like
is a great
Slash
guitar player.
I think everybody's just a Slash fan because guitar is the most popular instrument out there, and everybody who plays guitar wants to be like Slash.
Duff McKagan's
And
my
I
favorite
think that's
member of the
why
band.
most people that weren't, like teenagers or young adults at the time that Guns N' Roses was at their, their peak. I think everybody after that is just like, I'm a Guns N' Roses fan. No, you're not. You're a Slash fan, probably.
I don't know. I
For the
don't
most
know.
part.
They did. They got huge.
Yes,
you
they're
know?
very popular. I'm probably wrong, but I never need to hear any of their music ever.
No.
I don't think they're the most
I don't want to
overrated.
either.
I still stand with like saying Kiss.
I would if
The
I
most
had to
overrated band.
If I had
ever.
to pick, I don't even know Kiss songs really. Like it probably.
But
There
I
is a-
also think
but-
Nickelback is
But
one of the
I would
most
rather
overrated
listen
too, so.
to Kiss for 2 months rather than listen to Guns N' Roses for a week.
There is one good, great Guns N' Roses song that I do like. It's called Civil War. It's a fucking great song.
Yeah, I don't even know, but I can't get past his voice, and I can't get past the AC/DC guys.
Fair enough.
It's so.
I don't like a lot of late '60s rock and early '70s. Like
Axl Rose is like the new AC/DC singer, so
he was, yes.
was
Oh.
yeah.
Brian's back. His hearing's
I thought
better.
he was the one that died.
That's well.
That was the other guy.
Malcolm Young died a few years ago, the rhythm guitar player, and
One
then
of them choked.
Bon
on the-
Scott died in like the '70s.
Yeah, okay.
late
that's what I'm
70s.
thinking. Taylor Swift is not the most overrated. Somebody just put that. His name is Chris.
Who?
He said Taylor Swift is the most overrated artist.
I agree.
Don't agree.
I agree. No, I think basically she's the Kiss of popular music
No.
today.
No,
Yeah,
no,
she just
no.
Got a really good
I don't know-
business mind and marketing
She,
team,
she does, but
and the music is not great.
Disagree.
listen
Listen to
1989, I will say. Loved
listen to
that
Lick
album.
It Up.
The rest
Listen
of it,
to
no.
Crazy Nights. Listen to Animal Lies. Listen to Creatures of the Night. Listen to the self-titled. Listen to Hotter Than Hell.
No.
I
Riffs. If you love riffs, especially in the '70s, Kiss has fucking got riffs for days.
Hey, I don't. I'm not a Kiss guy, but I'm on your train here. If we've got to go between those two, I don't think she's over. I mean,
No, I'm comparing her to them.
I don't think she's
well,
overrated.
well,
He says
she's in a different stratosphere than Kiss. She is way bigger than Kiss
She's the
is and
biggest
will ever be.
thing
Yes.
Yeah.
ever.
That's completely different.
And I don't
Two
think that's-
genres that are completely different.
but I don't think that's
things.
undeserving. I think it's.
No.
I think it's legit.
I don't think
Now,
it is deserved.
she has people that follow her that she could literally just, I don't know, put out a fucking album of her playing the xylophone terribly, and people would be like, "This is the greatest thing ever."
Yeah.
But I think she writes some really good stuff. It's not as good as it used to be. because it's
Dude,
a little different.
You know
but
how much of a Panic at the Disco and Brandon Urie fan that I am. I love everything that dude does, but he did that song with Taylor Swift, and I fucking hated it.
me?
Yeah.
That song is fucking great.
No, it's not.
I don't even know it. I don't know if I've ever heard it.
You
That sounds
That's bad.
It's pretty good. She has some really good songs, and I think the way she is connected with the whole several generations is massive, and I don't think it's overrated. I think she gets too much hate. I don't think it's deserved.
I have no comment because I'm not a fan, but obviously a lot of people like her.
Yeah, I mean she's got some good songs,
Yeah.
And
and they
I
date back. She's been going like
and I think Todd's on something with some of his conspiracies on that one.
I don't think Me was probably one of the better ones, is what Chris said. I don't think
No.
so. No, I think
No.
so. She came out. I think her self-titled was in like 2006.
When I first listened to it, I was like, okay, maybe Brandon Urie will save
Brendan?
a song for Brandon Urie.
Brendan?
I think will save the day for me. Yeah, Brendan Urie will save the day for me as far as a Taylor Swift song. I was like, maybe he'll save it for me and I'll like it. And I listened to it and I was like,
I think it's great.
I actually gave it a chance. I listened to it multiple times. And
that album's
I hated
pretty
it every
great.
Time. No.
Yeah, that one's really good. That one's probably ranks like probably 3. Lover, that album,
Nah.
so good.
Nope.
But you're wrong. I don't like Post Malone either. He's such
Wow.
a-
Oh, what the fuck, dude?
I don't
Wow.
know. I don't get it.
Okay,
Okay.
actually,
I disagree.
and you also know that I'm not big on country. There's some country artists like
The country stuff he's done is incredible so far.
exactly, yeah, love it.
I don't.
And,
I just don't.
which I mean, it's not like pure country, but
No, that was a movie with George Strait in it
was
in the 90s.
Good
The
Good
song
movie.
with Blake Shelton is on repeat, and I'm going to pre-order the album F1 Trillion. Comes out next month.
Which one is it?
Mean is a great song.
It takes two to break a heart in two. Which
I
one
had
is
some
that
help. Which you love Goldfinger.
One? Love
Goldfinger's,
Goldfinger.
Goldfinger's releasing their cover of that Friday with Less Than Jake.
Really?
And Friday, you can't wait.
I didn't even fucking know that. Hell yeah, I'm on.
I didn't either. He said that earlier. So I just don't get it. Like, he's there. I don't.
It's
like,
here's the deal. Why I think it's great, especially this new stuff.
Mhm.
It's good vibes in pop music. If I want to go listen to something hard and I'll go listen to Marauder and like something fucking just heavy.
Yeah.
That's for but all this like modern top 40 music that is sad and down in the dumps. I don't like top 40 music. I want.
I don't know. Billie Eilish does a good job at the sad.
I don't like.
Pretty shit.
I don't get that one either.
I want upbeat, fun pop music.
I will
and-
say that Billie Eilish is also overrated, but I do like Billie Eilish.
So she has a great voice, but I don't.
What happened to
Here for her
what?
stuff.
I want pop music. If I want to listen to pop music, I
It's
want to listen
definitely
to
shifted a lot.
Katy Perry, Madonna, or like the Post Malone stuff. Like that pop country's great
I think
because it's upbeat and fun and it's
that's-
good vibes.
I
So
think
that's
the
what a lot of
idea.
people say about Post Malone. Like good vibe. Like seems like a good dude. Whatever. He's like real.
And plus,
chill, but-
he's down with the core,
I think
so that's
the-
another reason.
I think the big shift in today's music in general is like, and I think it started to become more popularized, being pop music, like the fusion of this artist isn't really a punk guy anymore or a pop guy anymore or a country guy anymore. Like they're just kind of like making fucking music. And it doesn't matter what the genre is. I think a lot of today's music is just trying to like get away from genres being a thing at all.
I don't know. I think everybody's going in every direction, which is like it's fine for what they because I think they have more freedom than they used to.
You can't. There is one thing that you can't deny falling in reverse of, though.
I can deny them anything.
They are the most diverse band to date.
I do not agree with that.
They have a hit song in every single genre. Even the new song that he did with Jelly Roll, I hated that, but it's still.
So I don't get the
fucking hit
Jelly
song.
Roll love either.
I don't. Well, I like Jelly Roll.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think he's a cool person.
I don't love him. I think it's.
Maybe.
I had the same.
Especially
opinion.
watch his Joe Rogan interview. It's great.
I never
I
watched.
had the
Joe
same.
Rogan.
I have a similar opinion to him that I do with the whole Billie Eilish thing. Is I like him. I like the music, and I like Billie Eilish's music, but I don't think it. I think it's overrated. I don't think it is. It should be as loved as much as it is.
I love Ocean Eyes by Billie Eilish, and I don't have a problem with her. It's not.
No, I
don't-
don't either. Like I said, she has a really
But
pretty.
I want to
voice.
get back to the fucking good vibes,
Yeah.
party pop music like
Oh,
Teenage Dream, Katy Perry,
Yeah.
the
I mean,
first
she's a-
Kesha record.
Yeah.
Let's get back to that.
I was a real big Demi Lovato fan too.
I'll
got
take
some
that.
Good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
But. Oh, Billie Eilish. That Barbie
If
song.
I want to go listen to,
stand it.
if I want to
If
go,
I want to listen to
something-
sad boy shit, I want to listen to emo.
if I want to go listen to
music.
something dark and heavy, I'll go listen to, like I said, I'll go listen to like hardcore and stuff like that to
Yeah.
get angry, violent music. But if it's pop music, popular music, I want it to be bubblegum,
Yeah.
pop.
I can see that.
fun. That's what I want.
Yeah. No,
Back-
I agree. I just in again, I don't have anything against Post Malone. This is kind of how I started, but I just it's
not your cup of
don't,
tea?
I don't get it. I don't get it, and it's fine. Like he's done a lot.
Posty is
He's
great.
huge.
Posty.
It's just like one of those that like I just don't. I don't get
And
it, and I wish I could get into it because everybody
another
loves
thing
it.
that-
but I just can't.
I think one of the other things that stand out with Posty, with the generation in general, is people really love a lot of like vocal stuff that revolves around like vibrato and things like that, and
I think that's what annoys me.
like a
about
lot
it
of
too.
technical,
Not annoys,
like a
probably
lot of
hard word,
technical
but-
singers and stuff like that. People are really loving technical singers and stuff, mainly because of like TikTok. You have like the singers that go viral on TikTok and shit are the singers that are like super technical, have like these insane vocal runs and crazy ranges and stuff like that, and have like perfect vibrato. And like Post Malone just has like like one of the best vibrattos.
He has a very like smooth.
Because like
and-
even taking
and a
away
very-
all the auto tone, like he's got his own auto tune sound. Like everybody,
does.
some people hate on that, and I get that too. But even you take that away, like he's got one of the best vibrato.
I think
tones
that's
that you
what I
can-
don't like. It's really good, and he's so smooth. Like his voice is so smooth. But I think it's the vibrato thing that I just don't like, and that's what keeps me away from it. It's good. That's just my cup of meat.
Not my cup of meat.
Yeah, you
That's
know.
all-
But I
that's
mean,
okay.
going back to your point too, is like most of Posty songs are all happy go lucky.
I mean, he definitely has like some
Yeah.
like "I Fall Apart's" not a happy song.
Right.
Like but I'm talking about like that is like the new ones. I Had Some Help and Pour Me a Drink is like I want to be sitting by the pool with a beverage. That's what I want. On the weekend. Like
Right.
that's
Yeah. I don't.
that's what I like for my top 40 music. That's why I think pop music when I was a kid, in like the late 2000s and early 2010s, was fantastic.
Yeah.
Like
No,
early Lady Gaga, Katy Perry, Kesha, like
Yeah.
Mike Posner's first record, like stuff like that.
Mike Posner is underrated.
I
think
love Mike
that's-
Posner.
I think
Yeah.
that's what I'm liked when we talk about like Soundgarden and stuff like that. I always talk about I liked his solo music more, and I think it's because it's a lot more
If he still sings in it, I don't like it.
like it was still sad and depressing, but he made it
I was
happy.
going to say Chris Cornell's music. I
Chris
thought was
Cornell.
pretty sad. Yeah,
His solo stuff was, I think, just as sad, but I think it was a lot like happier sounding.
it was It was sad songs disguised as happy ones.
Yeah, pretty much. And I think that's what
Pop
I
punk
liked most
formula.
about
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's
pretty
Trophy
much.
Eyes' bio on
Pretty much.
Instagram.
Yeah, I need to try to get into Trophy Eyes.
I love them.
I
Love
never
'em.
really did, and that I Don't Want to Be Here Either by John Floriani.
It's fantastic.
Dude, that is one of the saddest songs I've ever heard. I heard that like 17
I
times.
missed
It
it
just
called
kept-
again because
Dude, it's-
yeah,
It's so sad. It's a beautiful song. And I've checked it's from that. I've checked out some of the solo stuff, and I was like, man, I need to check out some Trophy Eyes, but I still haven't.
It's one of my favorite current bands.
Yeah. Maybe.
They have a sound. I don't think they're straight pop punk either because they have
Yeah.
hardcore, post-hardcore vibe. I don't think it's straight pop
I've
punk.
heard
but
glimpses of it.
and they're definitely, but they sit in the pop punk world. They've toured with a lot of bands.
They ride
like
the same
that.
bus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they're more than that, I think.
Yeah, I'll give him another go one day.
And I love John Floriani's voice. I love that raspy, like I
I
said.
don't love his voice,
Yeah, I love that.
but
Yeah,
a
a lot of people I know, I've shown Trophy Eyes. They do not like his voice, but it works.
Yeah,
for
it's
me.
his voice that I was like, because Jerry would be like, "This is a sad. You want the saddest song? This is the saddest song." And I was like, "All right, I'm gonna listen to it." And I was like, "What the fuck?" And then
Okay, so
I was like, I don't like his voice, but this is.
you've talked about like how this voice, this voice or that voice has deterred you. So like, what is your favorite
Jordan Pundit.
thing? I understand your favorite singer is Pundik. I know that. What about his voice in that sort of style? Because they're similar. Well, not styles are similar to like Yellow Card and things like that too, arguably. So like, what about that specific like style of voice draws you the most to it?
So Jake and I were kind of talking about this earlier, actually. I like a lot of high voices, like just stuff like that. I also can get into like the deeper stuff, like some Bad Religion and Descendants and things like that. Hot Water Music, but I don't know. Voices are pretty high on the list for me to like a band.
Yeah,
but
same.
it doesn't deter me always. Like AC/DC can't do it because it can't get past it.
I also love
Chris-
character and uniqueness in voice because I love the Boss Tones.
So
Dickie Barrett's unique.
Yeah.
Max Bemis from Say Anything has a unique voice.
he has a unique like everything, like
Yes.
voice and cadence and everything. Like he's no one's Max Bemis.
John from Trophy Eyes, Chris from Can't Swim has a unique voice. I think.
So I do like unique ones too, and that's a big thing. But so like Saves the Day, his voice is not good,
I think
but I
But it's
love that
great.
I
band.
think for me that's why I'm more drawn to like the radio stuff that you guys always pick
It's
on
super
me about.
polished.
Not polished, but not necessarily polished. But I really like a good range. I like somebody that can go down low and up high. Shut up. But
Yeah,
also,
I do.
like I like the technical singing. I love a powerhouse. A projecting voice. Being able to control it. Like a good vocal riff that you would think is like, oh, I could do a guitar solo. Like comparable to like a guitar solo. I like shit like that, but I do like unique voices and stuff too. So like that's the bands that I like that are the less radio.
Well, hey, I'm not
Popular
shitting on you, but I
songs.
like a lot of popular stuff too.
Yeah,
Ah,
So it's
Florida
just-
Georgia Line fan over there.
I love Florida Georgia Line. Yes.
I
Baby-
like Devil
Baby
Went
You a
Down to
Song.
Georgia.
I don't like that one.
That's about it.
but,
No, I love that song.
Baby, you a song. I
Make
like
me
the,
wanna roll my
I
window
like the
down.
Nelly's part. He's like, I got my window.
That's the remix. I want the OG.
yeah, I
only.
know, but no, it was. I don't, but I don't like Florida Georgia. It's his voice for me too.
Well, there's two guys. Which
Yeah.
one?
Oh, it's both of their voices, I
Okay.
think. I'm not sure. I think it's the long-haired dude.
Well, BK has long hair now too, so
They
probably Tyler
had-
Hubbard then, because
I
he's the one that
think so.
sings lead on a lot of their songs.
I think it's him. Then I'm like, yeah, recognized before. So like, yeah, that's where it is. Where like, there's a point to voices that I can't get past.
You just like mainly like the high nasally
I do,
unique.
and that one I felt
of
like
shit.
that. I think that accent is overdone
See,
too.
that
and
was
I
the
can't
point
get
I was
that.
trying to make. It was probably like 10 episodes ago when we made the joke back and forth about the unique
Uniqueness?
voice and shit like that. I think it's because like you can't really compare my voice and your voice because it's completely different styles. Like your voice is molded to the type of shit that you're drawn to. And
Yeah,
so
I think
you're
everybody's really-
so you've practiced that style of singing mostly. And that's what you are
I don't have
comfortable
any
with.
technical training. Or,
Right, but see that's the type of stuff that I like
Oh, so you don't like
the
me?
most. What?
So you don't like mine?
I didn't say I didn't like
You
it.
said that's the stuff.
I
that
said
I
I like
and
unique
you're not-
voices. Instead of like unique voices.
Yeah, I mean,
But that's what I'm saying. I don't think you can compare our voices because I think we just have completely different styles because of the type of styles that we are drawn to listening to, like
Yeah.
our favorite bands and shit like that.
yeah,
So,
I like good bands.
but
Just
I think good bands are my favorite bands are not your favorite bands, and
No.
vice
And
versa.
that's what makes this discourse great. Nobody's right. Nobody's wrong.
Wait, chick. I am right.
Well, to you,
No, I mean,
it's a great conversation. It's that's
no,
why
it is. It is. This has been a
music
really
is
good one.
universal.
I agree. Music's so cool. I mean,
Man,
it's so neat.
and going back, we're creeping up on Notes for Hope too. Like
We are.
music saves lives, man. Music saves lives.
I don't understand people that don't like music or don't care about it.
I don't either. I get how like it's not as big of a piece of your life as like mine or
Everyday
something like
life.
that.
Yeah.
It's everyday life for me.
Yeah, I agree. Even before I played music, it was like always.
Right.
But you know, I can see how it's not like like in every aspect or whatever, but like just not really caring or not listening to music. It's weird to me.
I just don't understand because like growing up for me, like even before I even knew that I wanted to do music or be a musician or anything like that, I would always see like an MTV thing or something like that and see someone on stage, or like even whenever I was going to church as a kid, someone on stage doing something, I was like, that's cool as hell. That's the coolest thing I've ever seen. I want to do that.
Yeah.
I just can't think of a
That's
time.
neat. Yeah.
I can't think of a time where I'm like, I don't want to not do that.
But
Or
yeah.
I don't want to do whatever. You get my wording.
Yeah, and I think it. Well, you play it, you listen to it. I think either way, you connect with it in such a way that it can save lives. As cliche as that sounds, right?
Yes.
But I mean, it
1000%.
really does. Yeah. Like I've said this before when I usually do interviews about Notes for Hope and stuff. I'm like, in our Music Speaks project, right, where we try to give away, instruments so people can have that outlet. And
Right.
like, I don't think if I wouldn't have had that, I don't think I'd be here today. I
Right.
don't think, if I didn't have the certain music, if I wouldn't have got so into it, I don't think I would. Yeah, I don't think I'd be here,
Right.
which is crazy to think about. But,
I
or I wonder
agree.
what I'd be.
Like Rancid
if I was
says,
here.
when I got the music, I got a place to go.
Yeah, I mean, it's real.
It's therapy,
crazy.
man.
Which, by the way, Notes for Hope, September 21st.
September 21st, be there.
Yeah, it really.
Your host with the most will be there.
So I
guy.
really.
He's like, I changed my mind.
It's one of my favorite parts of the year. Means a lot more to me these days. But it's always been something that's just really, it's really been huge for me.
I
and
mean, it's
think,
always connected with me. That's why I've always
Yeah.
been such
man,
always wanted to help and shit. In
Yeah.
whatever way
I will
can.
be there
and I love that we're
for support.
we're growing.
Yeah.
I'd love to keep going and keep growing. And so if you want to buy some merch, if you want to donate, we're actually, how like it's not really as prevalent anymore, but like people used to be like, for my birthday, donate here on Facebook and shit like that. You can actually do that for Notes for Hope now.
Yeah, that's cool.
So yeah, finally, that was a fucking headache. but-
I'm sure it was.
I got that done finally. So a lot of
What about that website?
and the,
Website's looking nice.
the website's there too. Yeah, which you
Looking
can
nice.
you can donate on the website.
Thank you, Squarespace.
Yeah, did I
Also
switch-
where Pop Punk AF is.
I actually think I go through Wix on that one.
I thought you switched it to Squarespace.
I was going to. I don't think I ever did.
Oh. Well,
But
damn.
right now it's on my. It's all good.
Okay.
It's all the same. But yeah, you can get to the store there. You can do a bunch of shit like that. So yeah, support it. That's it.
Yeah.
It's means a lot to us.
Not too late. It's never too late.
Okay.
Support it. September 21st, be there. It's at the Underground, right?
It is at the
Yes.
underground. Yep.
And we had I don't want to go, but I am about to pee myself, so I was going to see if we could, draft time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's
Do you want to go
definitely
pee real quick
I
and then
can't.
come back
okay.
for it?
Yeah, okay. I didn't know if
Yeah.
I could.
Yeah, you just
Go out
I
back.
was rushed. I was like, fellas, I'm about to burst here.
yeah.
Just go out
Honestly, you got a Mountain Dew bottle right there. That's all right. I'll just make fun of Justin until you're gone. I'm just kidding. I won't do that.
We're
Be
gonna
nice.
we're
You're the
gonna
only one
talk
here.
about. We talked about Notes for Hope. We're gonna talk about mental health for a minute.
Let's talk about it. Oh, so go out the front and then just go out to this.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
mental health.
yeah,
It's very important.
it is.
We all struggle with it. We are sponsored by BetterHelp.com/The Barn. Well, the barn is, but we're a part of the barn, so you know that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm gonna be on Struggle Street on Friday. That's gonna be fun. Get to get in deep.
Yeah, it's the first time you get to do that, huh?
Yeah.
Got him.
Got him.
That's a small dick joke.
But no, on a real note though, if anybody needs to reach out to anybody, you can always feel free to reach out to me or Keith. There's, we, especially him working with Notes for Hope, but also me, I have some resources too. And always reach out to the barn. Chad owns things and runs things, but he does Everest counseling, and we're all big advocates on mental health, and obviously with Notes for Hope and shit, and BetterHelp.com. being a sponsor of the barn and things like that. And, reach out. You have resources. We'll be your friends. And then, of course, you always have the suicide hotline. Phone number is
988.
988. So as
Yeah.
your last resort, call 988.
Yeah, and I kind of touched for a second, like the Music Speaks project. Like, we have guitars to give away. We want to get more, so let's find somebody if you know. We're trying to target like the middle school, high school kind of age, right? To kind of help them on their music journey. So if you know anybody, please reach out to us. It can help more than anything, and I know that like that shit's not cheap.
If you know a middle school or high school student who could use a guitar and wants to get into music, or if you think that it could be a way to further them along with their mental health, maybe they're struggling through some things, music is always something that will help. Reach out and
Send
be a
us a
part of this
message.
project.
We really want to do that. So and as we grow, I want to take it to like lessons and shit like that. But
Yeah.
it can do wonders. So send us a message. But let's shift gears again because Jake's back.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm like Brooks and Dunn said. I'm a brand new man.
Oh,
Sorry, fellas.
Man.
it's all a
I
lie.
drinking soda and water while we've been on air, so I had to pee.
So I need you to put down the draft because
This draft sucks. I hate this fucking draft. Why the
Occupado.
fuck are we doing this draft? This draft is stupid.
Oh, I thought you liked it.
He said to put it down.
Oh, okay. Right over my head.
His too, and he was
Me too.
laughing.
As
I thought he was making a different joke because I'm making him write them down. I thought that's why it was.
Oh no, you said put it down, so I was.
Put it down.
All right,
homie,
so
put it-
our draft today was
worst or best album
from
finishes.
Jake's
finishers.
suggestion, and it is best favorite album closers.
yes, favorite, not
There are no genre limits.
anything.
Album closers.
So I'm gonna be going based off memory here. So I may be wrong about a song or two.
Well, why don't you look it up to double check?
I can't.
You're both running live.
Yeah, I have both running live
Oh,
right
Jesus.
now. Yep.
Two phones.
Two phones. Kevin Gates in it. I tell you what, maybe I can. Still live. Oh, it paused. Oh well, we'll finish it.
Okay. Jake, why don't you go ahead and go first?
Well, first, I'm going to go with my favorite song of all time. It is the last track off the big band Boom album from 1984, Daryl Hall and John Oates. It was the fourth single off that record, and it is a song called Possession Obsession.
I want your memory.
Superpower is what it is.
No shit.
Second, this is just off the top
Oh,
of my
wait.
head.
You got one first.
Oh, we're going.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Sorry.
We take
Oh, it's
turns
okay.
here.
It's okay. That way
apologize.
somebody can take it. You know what I mean?
I want. Hold on. Let me double check this real quick. Because I think you know what, we'll go. Dying in L.A. Panic at the Disco.
Okay. And then it's my turn, and I'm going to go with The Greatest Fall of All Time by Matchbook Romance.
That's a great pick.
Huge closer. Yeah. Okay. And
I'm going to listen to Matchbook Romance tomorrow now.
it's, dude, that album,
Yes,
they should have made more.
I wish
of
they
those.
would.
You know, like, I didn't really care for the next one as much, but
No, but the first one's fantastic.
boy, that was so good. Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
Everything about it. You go ahead.
Okay, my second pick will be, speaking of Trophy Eyes, from their 2018 record, The American Dream. The last track is a 6-minute epic called I Can Feel It Calling. That will be my second pick.
And he just recalled that. Like,
Yeah, it's it's like
fuck,
it's
dude.
crazy. All right, you're up.
I'm gonna go. Well, I thought that there was a different song as the closer of this album, which is insane because I've been listening to it for so damn long. But I still like the actual closer, Dear God from Avenged Sevenfold, on their self-titled album. my favorite.
Okay.
I really thought it was A Little Piece of Heaven though, but whatever.
I am going to go with "Sell Out My Funeral" by the Wonder Years.
Okay.
Good choice. Again,
That's all I got, Jake.
am I up again?
Yeah.
Okay, my
Yep.
third pick will be, as I mentioned earlier, produced by Chad Gilbert, the 2011 hardcore classic, Trapped Under Ice's Big Kiss Goodnight, and the last track, Reality Unfolds.
That fucking memory, dude. Jesus.
Who was it by? I'm sorry.
Trapped Under
Trapped Under
Ice,
Ice.
Reality Unfolds.
That's the name of it.
Tra-
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I got it. I'm sorry.
I'm going Pushing Me Away from Hybrid Theory from Linkin Park.
That's a great choice. That's a great album. I love that album.
It is a good one.
Probably my favorite album of all time.
Really.
Can't go wrong with it.
Mhm.
Every track could have been a hit.
Let me see here. I think, unless they confuse me here.
Unless they confuse me here.
No, it's shit.
It's shit?
Still no.
Well, if it's shit, why is it on your favorite list?
The Priest and the Matador by Sense of Feel.
Okay.
Okay,
Season guy.
pick 4 here. All right, let's go with the. Fuck, this is hard. This is where it's getting
That's
hard.
what she said.
Yeah,
There's a lot of good ones.
there's a lot of good ones.
A lot of good ones.
Just gonna go off the top of my head of ones that I really, really love, and another one would be "What Happened" by H2O off the Nothing to Prove album, produced as well by Chad Gilbert, featuring Matt Skiba.
Nice.
Yeah,
That is a good choice.
so that's 4.
Oh, 4 already. All right.
Oh man, that wasn't a good ending one. Let's go. That was. Yep. Save Rock and Roll from Save Rock and Roll. Fall Out Boy.
Really, I like that record.
It's a great record, and I think it was the perfect comeback record, despite them being very different than their past records.
Has the Phoenix on there, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good song.
Great song. Century.
My songs Know What You Did in the Dark, with 2 Chainz in the video.
My songs know what you did in the dark. Love it.
I'm gonna go with the Goodbye song by Newfound Glory. Off
Okay.
Nothing Gold Can Stay.
Great pick as well. So it's up to me. 5th pick.
Yeah, you got the 5th here.
5th pick. Let's go to the well here a little bit, because there's a lot of choices in my head right now that are. Oh, shit. I hate to go another. I'm trying to think of like
Yeah, I was trying to switch up different bands.
90s, like. Let's go with, because it's just off the top of my head. Shit, what the fuck is it? I know the song. Sorry, fellas. Give me a
Hey,
second.
That's all right.
Because this is hard, because there's a lot of choices in my head. It's the last track. It's off the first Can't Swim album. It's the last track.
That's funny. We're looking them up just to see if we're right, and then he's like, it's up here.
It's a great. Oh, fuck. I'm going to have to break and look it up, because it's so good.
I've got mine actually.
I doubt it's the same. If you want to go ahead.
Okay, I got it.
Oh, okay.
My 5th choice is off the first LP from Can't Swim. The last track, all the moves we make are in the dark, by Can't Swim. It got tough after 4.
Yeah.
Oh damn it! I changed my mind.
Okay. All right. What up?
Hold up. I'm on to it. Do 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 do. I know it. 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 Ah, fuck. No, that ain't it. That ain't it. What the?
I don't think you're gonna guess mine. So you want me to go ahead?
I see Jared Cook commenting. What is he saying? Can we not? Can you not
Jared
see
Cook
Keith?
says great pick, but I don't know.
Oh, he's probably talking about me.
Yeah, sure.
Or is he talking about me?
I doubt it.
Okay, we're just gonna go. You be the anchor. Dot 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 dot.
Ooh,
dot,
that's a
dot,
good
dot,
one.
dot dot.
is a
Because
good
it's a
one.
very from A Lesson in Romantics by Mayday Parade. I'm not gonna read that entire paragraph of a title though.
That's a really good one.
I think
Justin.
I
That's one
was
of
sitting
the.
there thinking, I was like,
That's up there.
see, I started to change my mind because I was like, but Go Radio has a lot of really good ones too.
Yeah,
But I was like, yeah, but most of those are all like EPs.
So I
and
think
shit.
I saw that EP on there. Maybe that's why I was like, oh, Go Radio. Did you just have what's the one fucking called?
Good Night Moon.
Yeah, that's the closer. What's the album or the EP?
Good Night Moon.
No,
That
the
was,
EP's called Good Night.
yeah. It's
you sure?
It's 2 songs.
Do overs and second chances.
It's 2 songs. It's the very first.
Oh no, not
pieces
that.
of music that he put out as Go Radio was just 2 songs, and it was called Good Night Moon.
Actually, the first one he put out was called Welcome to Life. It was an EP, and it had the first version of Forever My Father, Dear Lucia Will Dance
Oh, yeah.
Forever, and then so suck it.
that
But
song.
yeah, Do Overs and Second Chances, I believe, is what that EP is called. And I saw that, and I was like,
Okay.
oh, Go Radio. But then I didn't even think of Mayday, but that's a good one. But
Yeah.
since we talked about it, and it's just a great song, I got to go with John Floriani's I Don't Want to Be Here Either.
Well, I love that. That's a great pick.
It is.
I almost went with the Knife album from Goldfinger because that's one of my
It's Orthodontist Girl, right?
no, it's Mila, and I was like, I don't like Mila. That's actually my
Isn't
least
that-
favorite song on the entire
Isn't
album.
that song on that album the one that?
Yeah, it's on that album.
That's the
yeah.
21 Pilots guy that drums on that song, I believe.
But it's not their closer.
That's another one I don't
Okay.
get.
The closer was Mila, and I just that's like the one song on the entire album I'm just not big on. It's probably my least favorite on it, so I was like, I
The
can't.
Knife's a great record.
But The Knife is one of my all-time favorite albums, also.
I like the last one they did better.
My
Never Look Back is
oh,
amazing.
I love Never Look Back too, but The Knife is probably
Number one?
consistently my number. It's definitely my number one by them. One of my utopia. If I ever go on vacation, I want to be on a beach in Mexico, kicked back, Corona in one hand, a margarita being made, and I'm listening to the Knife album.
What's the one song she's like? She was wearing Doc Martens and a plaid mini skirt. That's off The Knife. That's the lyrics.
Are you sure that one's on The Knife?
I don't think I'd question him.
It's either Knife or Never Look Back.
But
It's
I
one of the
don't know.
it's one of the newer ones.
I don't. Yeah,
or
it's
like
not
a
on The
safety
Knife.
pin in my ear. Or,
Yeah, that's not
Bad
on.
Brains. There's-
Safety pin on my ear on K10's bike, playing Bad Brains fucking loud.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that on The Knife or Never Look Back?
Someday you'll find. That's the opener.
Yeah, that's a great song.
Yep.
Found myself. Yeah,
I wouldn't know.
it's a great album.
Yeah, I like Superman.
It's also a great song.
Open your eyes.
Yeah. I mean, Goldfinger consistently.
There's some good stuff.
There's a deep track by Goldfinger off their like 05 record called I wanna
Marry My Stalker.
marry my stalker. Yeah,
That was a radio. That was a radio song.
that was a radio song.
That was, yeah.
I thought that was a deep track.
Oh, she's following me.
I don't remember that being played on radio, but I was also like 8.
Well, I was in high school. Yeah.
What about Lift?
93X. It used to be like a really cool radio station
Okay.
around here. So they played cool stuff. I don't know if anybody remembers. But around my age, I'm sure they remember 93.3. It'll rock your ass.
It'll rock your ass.
That was their thing. 93X, it'll rock. Or Fun for the Whole Family. 93X, it'll rock your ass.
I don't remember that being a single.
It was on that radio. Yeah, that was about. Yeah, it was about that time.
But it could have been. But it's a great song. And Benji Madden.
that one.
has
In
some co-writing on that
Wasted
album.
Again. Is that the same? I'm wasted again.
I can't remember. I haven't listened to that one. It's
I
like
think
the
it's off the same album. So I think those were the two.
big ones. Okay, well maybe that's a great song though.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that one. I didn't listen to that album, but I heard those on the radio. I remember. we didn't have access the same way we do today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Before you had,
Had
to ruin
to-
your computer with LimeWire.
Or you had to like for the albums, like if you were like, oh, I really like this, you go buy the album. But I didn't care
You know,
enough to
I
go.
discovered a lot of music on MySpace.
Yeah, MySpace was a big one. Pure Volume before that.
Shit,
STL
what?
Punk for locals.
What band is it that I'm thinking of that I discovered off of there? They got pretty big afterwards.
Metro Station, Attack.
Second and Serenade. I mean, that's
I mean,
basically
well,
Rookie of the
Those
Year.
are some of them.
It was all just.
Secondhand for sure. Fuck, what was it?
But yeah, Attack. was
Damn,
a-
I can't even believe I forgot the damn
Well, how
name
about-
of the band.
I like that Bill Murray.
Bill Murray.
I love it.
Yeah.
Better than anything, I think Attack's.
Yeah,
Never
I
done.
really like that first
Kate
album.
Because it's the
Vogel
guy
at the
from
time.
Attack, right?
Yeah.
Kate
yeah.
Vogel made her big debut on MySpace, and
I thought it was on One Tree Hill.
well, it was MySpace and One Tree Hill.
I don't
She
know.
started being casted on One Tree Hill at the same time, and she was friends with Tom, so Tom had her as like the cover on
Yeah.
MySpace's like main cover page for a long time.
So your brother said I used to stay up late and make at night and make mixtapes to 93X. I did the same thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
hell
Like,
yeah.
That was yeah. it
That's
was-
so cool.
Yeah. I mean, you had to wait and then you had to hit. Yeah, it was like it was a process. And then you thought you had enough tape left, but maybe you didn't. Cassette tape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cassette tape.
Yeah, but
What
I'm
are those?
I still buy them.
I was thinking you did. But yeah, sometimes you'd be like, oh, I got enough tape left, but you didn't. So then you only got half the song. Then you're like, fuck.
Remember how we said we were gonna do like vinyl album reviews and we never did? We need to.
Well, speaking of vinyl album, that's like it's a
That's-
good time.
That's what he does.
I have a YouTube show with my brother called Waxing On with R and J on the ATI Podcast Network, where we talk about physical media, CDs, vinyl, cassettes, and we just talk about records we like.
There's where the memory came from.
Yeah, you lit up. You lit up something when you said physical media, and then he was like, he's talking about physical music.
Yeah,
But
physical media, anything,
But-
records, a lot of new stuff, old stuff, anything in between. We just did an episode Friday. It's not out yet, but I talked about the new story so far and
great
Yeah.
album.
Yeah.
the new Stand Still, some country, some hip hop, some death metal on my brother's end because he's super into death metal.
What'd you think of Neck Deep?
It's my second favorite. It's my third favorite album of the year right now.
Fuck yeah.
I love that record.
I made that the album of the week a couple like last month.
Speaking of closing tracks, the closing track is my favorite track.
Yeah.
Moody Weirdo.
Yeah.
But
I
I
don't.
don't know.
get
I
the
really
Neck Deep
liked
love.
Dumb
I-
Struck, Dumb Fuck.
Dumbstruck. That's a great opening. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Yeah,
great
that I can't get into Neck Deep. Like they have
I'm
a couple
sorry.
really good songs.
This new record's Return to Form. It's so
Is that the one I listened
so-
to?
no, it's new. It's
Or like I think he.
No,
is that the one you made it?
the brand new
No,
one.
Neck
Came out in
Deep is
January.
Neck Deep, the album.
Yeah, is that the one
self-titled.
you made me listen to?
The
Yeah.
new one.
Yeah.
And that's the new one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't care for it.
That's crazy. As
It
a
was,
big
like,
pop
there,
punk
but-
fan, you are. I don't
I don't
understand
know
it.
what it is.
It is like straight up pop punk.
I don't know
I
what
think
it
for
is.
him
with
It's
him.
literally generic
For
pop
him,
punk. That's
maybe that's
great.
it.
For him, I think it's because the vocal style is very shouty, and he's not big into shouty.
Well, so really like Hot Mulligan, really like the Wonder Years. Sorry so far, super shouty.
Well,
I don't know what it
You're
is.
just not big into like the
Knuckle
shouty
puck.
style voice, I think, because like
Do you like State Champs?
I do, but State Champs is one of those like
State Champs is great.
I'll listen to them but I don't think I can make it through an album front to back
Wow.
because he does this thing vocally that it gets on my nerves after a while.
That's
Okay.
That's what
It's-
it is. It's
Yeah,
the
I-
shouty tone from Neck Deep. That's-
It's something
Well, 'cause
that
if
it
you
is.
Think about it, like what song is it? He did with fuck, what's her name? It was popular there for a while. I like her 'cause she's smart, strong and independent. She
December.
puts me in my place.
Uh,
yeah, see, like he hates
Not
that
December.
shouty shit.
No, that one's a good one.
December.
I like that one.
What's a part of me?
Yeah,
That's the
part of
next-
me. Yeah,
Part of me. Off Rain in July.
So I like the December. What's the?
They have one with Mark Hoppus too.
yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that one. And then there's one. Stop calling me out. You're never
Yeah.
going to. So I like those two, quite a bit. But I could not get into the new one, and I don't know. But I'm like, I don't get the Neck Deep love. It's got to be vocally, but I don't know what it is. But yeah, State Champs, like great voice. He has a great voice. But he
Derek.
does this thing that's like at the end of some stuff, and he does it a lot. And after a while, it will just drive me crazy.
See, I'm all about the songs. How good are your songs? And they write great songs.
They do. They have some of the catchiest shit. Guitar lines are super catchy.
Ryan Scott Graham. Well, no, he was
Um,
on bass, but he's
The songs
awesome.
the songs are good. I just can't.
fair enough.
Like I have their album saved, right? They'll come up on shuffle, and I won't change any of them, but there's break in between it. You know what I mean? And again, great voice, like just
Yeah, I understand.
yeah, I don't know.
All good.
What about Knuckle Puck? What do you think of Knuckle
Love
Puck?
Knuckle Puck.
Love Knuckle Puck. Okay, cool.
I had a everything is copacetic and their sticker in my old car for like years.
Yeah.
Such a good one. That's not the closer, is it? That album,
Can't remember. My favorite song off that album is
I don't
Poison
know.
Pen Letter.
which is a good one.
No Good's also a great fucking.
That is also a good one.
Knuckle Puck song.
Yeah.
No good
Yeah.
is great.
But yes, talk about physical media.
Yeah.
If you want new music, old music, check us out. If you're wanting to get into records, and also wanted to plug the flagship show, the ATI podcast, hosted by Barrett Lewis, and he interviews lots of cool underground artists and bands, small businesses, pro wrestlers,
Oh yeah.
local restaurants, a little bit of everything. So we got
Nice.
movie stuff for like seasonal. We're doing a Jason Takes Manhattan review, anniversary review later this fall. Watch along.
Friday 13th.
Yeah, Jason Takes
Okay.
Manhattan.
I don't know much about those.
So like we got seasonal stuff. So all
Nice.
kinds of cool stuff.
So
Oh, yeah.
tune in.
And Ed Oz In with Brandon Stewart, who does like Dungeons and Dragons. I'm not gonna even begin to go in, but I know it's like a lot of D&D stuff.
yeah.
So
Cool.
all kinds of stuff going on over there.
Nice.
I didn't
Yeah.
even know about all of this.
Yep. ATI podcast. Just search ATI
Yeah.
podcast.
Wax.
Cool.
Waxing on with
Waxing
R and
On.
J is ours. You got the ATI podcast, and then Ed Oz End with Brandon.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
So-
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Cool.
Play Newfound Glory record. Next.
Yes, and we'll have Keith on the show eventually, and we'll present some records and have some drinks. And
I think I have them all now.
it doesn't even have to be Newfound Glory. Whatever, just pick 3 or 4 records you really like spinning.
Oh
and
man.
we'll talk about it.
Yeah, there's some,
Like that you put on your record player a lot.
you know what I probably put on my record player more than anything is my Bob Dylan
Okay, well we'll talk about it.
record
Bring it.
because I just feel like that just is perfect for it. You know what I mean?
that's like putting on something like Frank Sinatra. Like that's
Yeah.
you're gonna listen to that more on a vinyl than you are digitally.
Yeah, so when I started collecting vinyl, I would only really get like acoustic stuff and things like that. But then I was like, I'm gonna collect these, so I started collecting them.
Yeah.
But I don't really spend like, a lot of the,
Oh man, I would
spend
love
the
to have a
self-titled.
vinyl room.
I got quite a bit now. But I mean, from growing up what it is, but yeah, there's some still out there that are really tough.
Oh yeah, there's some that it's gonna.
And
Be like, I'll never be able to get.
And I don't get like the first edition sometimes or anything
No, as
like
long
that
as-
because they're crazy. But if I have it, that's
Yeah.
all I need. You
Yeah.
know.
Oh, like there's only a few bands that I need like Code Orange, one of my favorite bands, hardcore band. I bought 5 pressings, different
Yeah.
colors of their vinyl from last year.
I
Bought
have
the
s-
picture
oh, yeah.
disc, bought the CD.
You,
I bought it 7 times last year.
you know what's crazy is I have probably 3 or 4 copies of Miserable, or not Miserable Best, but fucking Makes Me Sick. I probably have
because
4
there's
variants of
there's
those. Yeah.
Hey, speaking of Makes Me Sick, the deluxe version,
Mhm.
the last track on there is one of the most underrated Newfound Glory songs. 20 years from now.
Oh
It's
yeah.
a very
so good.
different song.
Yeah.
It's like keyboards mostly only.
Yeah.
like a guitar
It is
riff
re-
over it.
It sounds like it would be on Coming Home.
Yeah,
And
love
it
that
was-
song.
It was really good. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is.
Oh
a good
yeah.
one.
So-
Well, that was a podcast.
That's all I got. Thanks
Yeah.
for having me, fellas.
Absolutely.
was-
Thank
it
you
was a
for
blast,
listening to
man.
another episode of the Pop Punk Pizza Party podcast presented by Pop Punk AF, live from the Barn Studio and sponsored by Fired. Thank you, Internet.